There's no shortage of miscreants in this world, Sheriff.
The Legion of the Storyman Legion!
The Legion of Extraordinary Miscreants, famous for their sins and their whiskey sins. They laugh in the face of the law, 'cause they had nothing to lose at all. Nothing to lose at all.
Our back end out. Sorry.
So we are recording, gentlemen, just so you know, and we're going to go fucking head first into this whole show here. Of course, I am Scott Taylor, the host with the most here on the Extraordinary Miscreants podcast, joined by, of course, as always, by two of the most wonderful men I've
Almost
ever met in
always.
my goddamn life.
I'd just point out.
First of all, I'm going to introduce my new favourite author. I'll just say, my new favourite author, it is the Boris. Boris, how are you doing, sir?
Hi, I'm good.
Boris, I am excited to talk about this during the show because I've had some messages from our listeners
About what?
about your new author endeavour,
Your
your new
best-selling-
written
Oh,
New York
yeah,
Times
my
bestseller.
Times
I
bestseller.
can't wait. And of course, we have Tiny. Tiny, good to see you again, sir.
Hello. Well, I'm enjoying leaving more DNA in your caravan than I normally do, peeling all of this fucking dead skin off from the
Yeah.
sunburn that I got in Stonehaven.
I
The good thing is, when I eventually commit a crime,
Well, yeah, it's my DNA.
or another crime,
That's a good point.
the police are going to come in here,
Slowly.
swab this bitch for DNA, and all they're going to find is tiny flaking everywhere.
Yeah,
I
my
can
blisters.
hardly hear myself.
Burnt German skin everywhere, exactly. You
Yeah,
can
burnt
hardly
German
hear
skin.
yourself.
No, I can't hear a
Give
fucking
yourself,
thing.
try again there.
Ow! No, that's better.
That's better.
Hey,
Here
you know.
we go. There he is. I want to say, Tiny, I mean, we're not going to judge you harshly, even though you set fire
should.
to our children. We're not going
6 of them.
Six kids. So you had a bunch of kids
Yeah.
out to Stonehaven at the
Yeah.
open air pool,
Yeah.
and
Listen, I'm not proud. I'm not proud of
Okay,
it.
okay.
I'm not proud of it. If I injure a child, it's on purpose,
okay.
right? But yeah, this past
You-
week,
And
I
normally
So what
it's the back
happened?
of-
Sorry.
Normally it's in the back of a transit van.
What did you do? What did you do to them?
Well,
yeah, so it was my son's birthday. It's the 10th birthday, and bless him. And we went to Stonehaven, to the Lido, to the outdoor swimming pool, which is a saltwater heated swimming pool in the north of Scotland,
Yep.
which is insane for those people who aren't in the north of Scotland
Yep.
to imagine. Even more insane is the fact that
It never used to be heated. That's even more insane.
Can I
That's
also
wild.
state as well too that if you do go to an outdoor saltwater pool as well too, is make sure you don't have any lesions on your forehead when you masturbate in the water,
Oh.
because that's going to sting. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like there's nothing worse than being there in a pool full of kids
Yeah.
and you're jacking it right, and that salt.
Oh yeah, I know that.
And-
I know that.
and you're
I
stinging.
hear you.
Are you
you know-
gearing up to be in the next top?
Sorry.
Rounds
No,
pack?
I'm just.
What? So what was the problem?
Well, the problem was that catching these little 9 and 10-year-old fuckers to put
Shitbags.
sun cream on them repeatedly was not very effective. At one point, I was threatening not to feed them.
Strange, because the
Until-
BBC always seem to manage.
Oh.
Well,
Okay.
clearly I'm not as trustworthy. Looking
Sorry.
big fucking 7-foot tattooed fucker with
Okay.
a cowboy hat.
Okay. Sorry.
But yeah, I also managed to catch myself the worst case of sunburn I've had in forever.
Jesus.
I'm currently
So you burnt
peeling.
everybody.
Yeah, 2 of the kids ended up having to stay off school last school week in Aberdeenshire.
You could take the man
Stay
out
off
of Germany.
school.
eh? You can't take the Germany out of the man.
Whoa.
If you just make your way to this massive oven.
If you could wear these striped pajamas,
I'm not sure where you guys are from.
I don't know. It was a
the worst German.
In my defence, I have had a few beers
So
and I am merry.
this also, I feel bad for Tiny for because
Don't feel bad
you've
for it.
obviously had a night of it last night.
Oh,
and
I
you
was on
started
the
afresh
sesh last
today
night, yeah.
on the beers.
Yep.
I'm about 4 deep as well too. Poor
Fucking
Tiny though
hell.
was driving.
I am.
Right,
Fuck him.
he's got fuck all in the tank.
This cunt tortured children last week. I think.
As opposed to you doing it every day of your life.
Listen. Hey.
I am guilty. I'm guilty as charged.
Hey.
Put my hand
So
up.
did you have any of the parents that were perturbed by their children being off school with
No,
serious
actually,
burns?
Sure.
the 2 worst victims, the parents were like, they did it themselves.
Mad.
Yeah, don't worry about it, sort
Yeah,
of thing.
fuck them kids.
Victim
But it was-
blaming, eh?
It was
I know,
really,
right?
it was really weird though,
Jesus,
because
he shouldn't have worn that short dress.
and walked down that
It's his
dark
own
alley.
fault.
Fuck me. But yeah, the oldest kid, his dad was insistent that he doesn't burn. He doesn't burn.
Oh.
Well, he did
So
fucking burn.
you thought, I'll fucking prove you
I'll
can't.
burn the cunt.
Oh, can't he?
Climb into this oven.
As you're there
Let's
with a
test
lit,
that theory.
you're there with a lit cigarette, just fucking stubbing it out of his shoulder.
Soles of his feet.
He doesn't burn, does he?
Asbestos boy.
I don't even smoke.
Jesus.
Holy shit. Start as you mean to go on, for fuck's sake.
Oh dear.
Fucking hell, sorry.
You broken man. This is early for me to be saying he's a broken man.
A little bit, yeah. So, I mean, gentlemen, I also am perturbed because none of you yet have commented on my dramatic weight loss over the last last couple of months. Like, I'm down by like nearly 3 stone.
Shush.
And nobody,
3 stone?
nearly 3 stone, right? So to the point where today,
Oh, yeah, I noticed tonight. I didn't want to say it because it fucking makes me feel fatter.
so to the point today, right?
Did you pick up his 3 stone?
Probably.
To the point today where I wore a pair of jeans I haven't worn for like fucking 5 years, right? But I was a bit too enthusiastic. Because when you wear like skinny jeans again because you've lost a bit of weight,
What are you wearing,
they
skinny
strangle
jeans,
you.
you big
Not
fanny?
skinny as in like skinny in the leg. No,
Oh,
I'm not a
right,
hipster
okay. I was
fuck.
gonna
Well,
fuck,
mind you,
just
with
above
the
the
new
ankle.
job, maybe.
We better not say that. We
Don't
don't
say
ruin
that,
it.
yeah. Don't ruin the new job yet, yeah. So yeah, put on the jeans a bit tight, a bit tight around
Wrong
the
brand as well.
a bit tight around the groin and stuff. But my balls were getting strangled the whole day. That was a bad move on my part there. But yeah, so bit of weight off,
What? Why?
Well, because I'm very, very fat, and you know
weren't
what?
very,
I
not
don't
really.
want to.
Hirsute.
I was hirsute, husky. Some would
Husky.
say, but no, you
Your
know,
suit means hairy.
Drunk.
is it? I don't fucking
Is
know.
it?
But
Yeah, but look at him.
I'm a few
I
pieces.
don't think you're fat.
I was very fat.
Yeah,
I'm still fat.
you're
but
a
not
bulky
as,
bitch.
Not as fat.
I've seen pictures of you when you were fat,
Yes.
but you're not fat now.
Oh no. Well, see, I've lost some weight. You see, so that's
So how
it.
have you lost this weight?
Right. Well, it's been a very serious
Bulimia.
case of bulimia. No, I'm a firm believer in purging. Right. So
Right.
what you do is you have a big meal, right?
Uh-huh.
Big old meal, right, and then you instantly go and vomit it all back up again, right? Just
Great-
get all
great
that
for the
shit
stomach.
back out again. Bulimia, basically, yeah. And then what you do is you eat some toilet roll, right? So you feel
Uh-huh.
full, right? But it's not. There's no nutrients.
So you're
there,
bulimic.
right? Bulimic, right? And then what you do, right? What you do then, right, is you go for the colonic flush, right? Now most people would get like a pipette of saline water
Yeah.
up the rectum into the rectal passage, clear away all that kind of like gunge and crap.
You're using Hot Stella.
I'm going for Hot Stella. Right? I've got an industrial pump and a
Boil with
funnel.
Hot
right?
Stella.
Hot
With
Stella.
a diesel generator. Brrr.
A little bit of Jack's hot sauce in there too.
Nice.
Just for a bit of kick. Up the rectum. You lose weight like you would not believe.
I bet.
Oh,
You could
you're
just
looking
cut your
good
leg
for it,
off.
like.
I mean, you could cut a leg off, but that would
So
would
why have you
impede
lost
me.
all this weight? What's bothering you?
Because I'm getting old, Boris.
Uh-huh.
I'm getting
Well, you
old,
are
right?
getting old, but
I am getting very old,
No,
right?
you're not
I'm,
getting. You are.
I am.
True.
I am very old.
You have arrived.
But I'm at that
We
age now
witnessed it.
where not only am I having to give like poop samples to GPs now,
Uh-huh.
but I'm also like, I'm at risk of dying, So, and if you're heavier, that's even more risk of dying,
You notice how none of us gave a fuck.
But
Yeah.
listen, but let me tell you.
Oh no!
I know, right? Oh dear.
I'll tell you what. I love a fuck if you know.
Do you?
Do you know? I
3
reckon.
sandwiches, sausage rolls, whiskey.
And
That's
then you
a
can
good
make
point.
jokes about defibrillators on the way out.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I think we could get ChatGPT to do his job, anyways.
It's easy.
So
What, as a
we'll
host
just-
of a show?
We'll just continue recording without him.
Hello, folks. I'm here today with Boris and Tiny. How are y'all?
I'm Scott the
That is
Daddy
it.
Sasquatch.
Not only is that the worst Scot accent I've heard in my life, that's the worst generic Scottish accent I've heard in my life. Hello!
Hello there.
Who's the dudes?
I'm Faye.
If you didn't eat your meat, you can't have your pudding.
Have you just come down for the heather? Jesus Christ.
Fucking piece of
That's
piss.
amazing. But yeah, I'm thinking, so my motivation being is my kids are getting older, you see, and I want to make it as far as either their 18th or their wedding days. And then so I can embarrass them
surely,
fucking
fuck.
royal. No, not for the joy. People say, "Oh, my dream is to see my daughter go down the aisle."
So you don't
I don't
think
give a
you're
shit.
you
I
don't
just want to embarrass them royally. I'm gonna have a
Yeah.
slideshow. I've got thousands of photographs of these little bastards like coated in shit and like rolling a bit
Yeah,
of
but
arse in the air.
I can't wait.
Pissing
I
themselves.
can't
covered
wait
in
till we
vomit.
stood at your daughter's wedding.
Oh, I can't wait.
And right in the moment, just that first tear drop
Boris, you're not the
drops,
groom.
drops down your eye, and you're like so fucking proud of her. I'll be like, Scott. Guess what? She's getting pumped tonight.
That's why you're the worst kind of
Take the
person.
shine clean off the wedding.
If ever a man's going to be dragged to a fucking wedding in a headlock by his wife, it's going to be that one there.
But you know, the thing is, Scott, I have to break it to you. Your son is going to be an incel, so it's
He's going to be absolutely gay. What? Son, he's not going to be an incel. He's going to be
in a
gay.
basement somewhere,
He is
shouting at women online.
homosexual as you like, I'm pretty sure, which is fine.
I'm going
That's
to be
cool.
for that.
You know, I'm going to get grandkids probably from the little one. The big one, he's going to be, you know, a taker and giver. Probably a taker.
Well,
To be honest with you, I'm not sure. You
They
know,
all
but
kind of predefine what they are, aren't they? It's
Yeah,
it's,
they
all
have
my
a-
gay friends say, "Oh, I'm an aggressive bottom or an
Yeah,
active top
yeah.
or whatever."
Aggressive, but
aggressive bottom.
Yeah.
right,
dominant-
guys,
sorry,
listen.
dominant bottom.
We are treading here. We don't know what we're speaking about.
No, it's true.
No,
And
I
let's
do,
get
right?
an actual gay guy in about to explain this shit. 'cause
Let me
we're just
well,
making this
let
up.
me tell you what I think an aggressive bottom is, right?
Okay.
I think it's
So
dominant
imagine,
bottom. I don't know.
well, no, aggressive bottom. You're at the bottom, right, and he's behind you giving you the hot sausage.
Yeah.
You're just looking back, just calling him names. You're just,
Oh, right,
you
okay.
fucking bastard! Come out of there! You
Get-
dirty bastard!
Get a proper cock in there.
Go call your friends, for fuck's sake!
Shim the cunt out of it.
Step over, I'll do it for myself, for fuck's sake. You know, an
Oh, that's
aggressive bottom. You know, that'd be
That's an
amazing.
aggressive bottom.
That's an aggressive
I
bottom,
think
yeah.
so.
I don't know.
I-
Fucking, I don't like to comment. 'cause I don't
So,
know.
I mean, speaking of aggressive bottoms, I mean, Boris, I'd like to ask yourself, I mean,
Yeah.
you've been dropping some howling shit. There's
Stinking
farts.
today, yeah.
It's like, we've only been here for a couple of hours, but
And I
I've
have shot
already
twice since
gagged.
you've been here.
I know, right?
I
I've been,
farted. I don't even know how many fucking times.
you're broken inside,
The
man.
red wine is
Broken
oozing
red.
out of my hole.
So you had a night last night of late night of the red
Aye.
wine hitting.
I just thought, fuck it, I'm off today.
Okay.
So I thought I'll have a cheeky Vino Tinto. Opened the bottle of red wine at 9 o'clock, and I was still in the living room at 3 o'clock in the morning, chest blasting it. YouTube's on, watching Poison,
Oh, man.
watching fucking,
That's the
Wow.
life.
you know, watching a
the
bit of
life.
Zark Top Live, whatever just came into my head.
If I
steaming.
sat up until 3 in the morning, you know, completely unannounced and just got absolutely shit-faced, I would get my tits kicked in the next day.
Really?
Absolutely. Oh, my God.
Oh no,
Well-
THL expects this shit. If I'm not at work, that's what's happening.
You're getting wiped
The
out.
fuck, I'm dripping all over the sofa. The music's
crap.
fucking pumping.
Are you,
Dripping what? No, don't answer that.
are you one of these men who likes to lay back, large wine glass in hand, sticking on some classic concerts?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, man.
Nice.
Yeah, well, depends where, like, what's some of my go-tos tend to be like Toto, Aureos.
Oh,
I know I'm a
nice.
massive metalhead, but like Audio Speedwagon Live sometime in the 80s. Yeah, I fucking love that shit when I'm drunk.
ZZ Top.
It's too heavy. Oh, George Michael, man.
Oh,
Fucking
Jesus
in it.
Christ. Fucking hell.
Love Wham. Wham on their day.
Fuck off.
Well, George Michael in
What?
his day, man was a genius.
Fucking
Like, oh.
epic.
Okay.
Legend.
And, ironically, has his own chapter in Through Their Eyes.
Whoa, let's not fucking spoil it, guys. Come
Gotta
on.
leave some of the book for people to discover on their own.
I need to just
Well, I mean, I've
sprinkle out there.
had the opposite problem this week. Like, I have been to bed before 9 o'clock three times. So one of the new
Wow.
drugs that my wonderful doctors got me on.
Hypno.
Oh, for your leaky pisser.
Yeah, for
Yes.
my leaky pisser and prostate issues and stuff. I take it and almost instantly want to go to sleep. So I've started taking it in the evenings, kind of last after the food sort of thing. But I have had some most wonderful dreams. Like full on, like I woke up during the night.
Can't be a druggy,
Yeah.
druggy dream.
Night before last, and I was convinced I was on an icy road behind a snowplow, but the snowplow had come alive and was trying to smash through the front of the caravan that I was in.
What the fuck?
And then I woke up,
Amazing.
and I'm like, okay, that's weird.
I do love a drug-fueled dream.
I love nightmares.
Nightmares, do
I
you?
love a nightmare.
Really?
I do. I love being chased,
Okay.
and I love just
Fingered,
obviously.
obviously.
But that's when I'm awake. No, I love it. I love, like, I have these dreams all the time where I can't run. I can only skip.
Okay.
But I can't skip, like,
can only
did it
skip.
alternate legs? I can only do it, like, with the same leg forward.
And do you float?
Almost like a gallop. I fucking love that shit.
Holy shit.
It's fucking bizarre.
And do you do the whole thing where you wake up with a dramatic, like, you know, head turning and hair flashing? And,
No, I just wake up and I'm like, oh, fuck, I was ace. Go back to sleep.
Jesus.
Have you guys ever had like a series of dreams over many years where you're like, I know this house, and
Yes.
you've created
Yeah.
a property or
A
a house.
recurring
Yeah.
nightmare or dream.
Yeah, both.
I have had a recurring dream, nightmare stroke dream when I was younger. Yeah, definitely.
It's fucking weird.
I'm
I
gonna-
used to
I'm gonna
dream that
find
my
out when
uncle
I'm
came
out.
into my
Yeah.
bedroom every night.
There's a white trainers.
Told my listen. Can we not make fun of the white? I opened up to you cunts about
I
that.
know he did. He did give me juice.
On
About
the
my
gravel,
panic.
beeping the horn.
Fuck off. Listen. Yeah, anyway.
Have I ever told you about being like sexually molested by a handicapped man?
Yes.
I
Yes,
told
you
that,
have.
didn't I? Yeah.
I regularly get sexually molested by a handicapped
I
daughter.
fucking love it.
Horribly molested by a man who was not all the full shilling. Yeah, it was a turning point in my life, that as well too.
It's made you
That's
who
when
you
I
are.
realised exactly. That's when I realised I actually quite enjoy coke. No.
Fucking right.
Oh, speaking of being sexually molested by a handicapped person,
Okay.
chickens. Yeah.
Oh, chickens! Yes,
What about
our
chickens?
friend chickens.
Chickens.
Oh yeah, chickens. What
Yeah,
about-
Yes.
I went to
So, just clarify for those
Go
of
for
you who
it.
are listening to the show who might not know who we mean. Of course, we've talked before in previous episodes about our good friend who we call Chickens. We can't use her
Yeah.
real name, but she's one of our best friends.
greatest
Younger.
human ever made.
She's fucking amazing.
She's incredible.
God's greatest creation.
She really is. She really is.
She is fucking ace.
Chickens, of course, recently was a big event here in Meldrum, and
Yeah.
it was the Meldrum Sports.
Highland
And
Games, yeah.
Yeah, basically Highland Games. We all get round. There's like shitty little stalls selling crap.
Shitty little stall.
Shitty little
Wash your
stalls.
mouth out.
There's like raffles and stuff.
Yeah,
and
it's crap.
But generally, there's like a beer tent and there's Highland Games.
That's where I was the
Yeah.
whole fucking day.
Wow, you
With
charming
Chicken's dad.
bastard. Chicken's dad.
Yeah,
Oh.
me and her dad just sat there the whole fucking day. Got
Fucking
absolutely
amazing.
blasted.
Well, can I first mention how I first met Chickens?
Yeah.
For this event, of course, there is like a tri show. It's called is it called the Meldrum Meg? I think it is.
Yeah.
It's a electric tri show, and
Yeah.
It's a
so
pedal bike with
a pedal bike with a kind of
two
seating
seats in
area
the
at the
front,
front.
yeah.
So they take pensioners out
like
for
a
little
rickshaw
runs
sort
in
of
the
thing, yeah.
rickshaw, basically. Yeah, they take out pensioners for runs in the village and stuff, and very community-based events. But this rickshaw was going round the field, taking folk for a wee spin around
Yep.
the whole place. In the rickshaw
Mm-hmm.
was Chickens. Now I'm standing, if you will. I'm queuing to get served at the ice cream van. Now it's a hot day, right? Everyone's sweating. I'm sweating. We've been in the fucking marquee watching the wrestling. It's sweaty in there. My daughter, who's like 6 years old, is screaming, "Fucking kill! Rip their arms off!" Just rage, fucking kill them! Raging. And then, of course, Sweetness' voice, "Daddy, can you get me an ice cream?" I'm like, oh, fuck, okay, fine. So I then head out to the ice cream van. I'm standing in the queue waiting to be served, that's fine. And behind me, there's a bear fucking screaming because he can't get ice cream. Instantly, like, fucking raging. She's asking folk, "Oh, can we jump ahead?" "No, you can't jump ahead. No, can't do." And then I heard, "Hey! I was like, "Who the fuck is that?" Look round. There's Chickens in the rickshaw pointing right at me. "Hey! It's the cock guy! Hey, cock guy! Everybody, it's the cock guy!" And I'm like, "Oh, fucking hell, what's up?" And everyone's looking at me because here's a teenage girl who's shouting at me going, "The cock guy."
Yep.
And everyone's like, "Why is she calling you the cock guy?" I'm getting all these dirty looks. I'm like, "Oh,
Let
wait a
me
minute.
show you.
Wait a minute. Let me just get this out." So, obviously, bearing in mind for Boris's 50th, I wore a
50th?
50th.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, look at him.
You're not going to be alive then, you
Shut your
cunt.
face, you prick. Boris's 50th, I wore my cock shirt, which is covered in penises
Yeah,
flaccid and erect, and she stole said shirt and then was traipsing around the whole place for a long
Modelled it spectacularly.
Modelled it amazingly. So now clearly
in
knows
love with
me
it.
as the cock guy. So I'm getting the daggers from all the other parents.
yeah.
Like, "Why is this little girl calling you the cock guy, you old bastard?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Oh, fucking hell, I'm getting served. Ice cream,
just
thank you,
jealous.
bye-bye." And I ran away.
You don't have to pay. It's fine.
We saw her again then, so I deposited said ice cream, came
Yeah.
outside the marquee, and there's a Tiny, of course, Tiny standing there with his Man from Del Monte hat on.
Yeah.
Just like, enjoying
right,
enjoying the sunshine, fucking he's having a moment's peace while his wife and family have all gone away. His parents are all he's like, he's standing there with a man who's defeated, right? A man who's like, "Just give me 5 minutes just to fucking breathe," right?
Fucking
He's just standing
hell.
there like, breathing out. "Tiny, hello!" I'm straight about it. Big hug, house things. And then it's like, "Tiny!" There's Chickens in the rickshaw, right? Now, chickens. I mean, if you haven't established before in the show, completely obsessed with our good friend Tiny. You see,
It's
Tiny was
terrifying.
dragged onto the rickshaw. Now this is a man who's not designed to be on a rickshaw, pedaled by a man who's maybe £100
Half
soaking
his
wet.
size, yeah.
She turns around to the peddler, bless his heart, and goes, "Oh, he's hot. He'll do." And then grabs me, physically grabs me, and won't let go of me until I agree. I'll sit on the rickshaw with her. And she goes, make sure you put your seatbelt on. And then she's like fiddling, trying to put my seatbelt on me.
Oh, nice.
And touching everything.
Excellent.
And I'm like, oh,
Deliberately.
I can, I can sort it out. And then she breathed into my ear. And she says, Tiny, I still really fancy you.
I wouldn't take that to heart because she showed me about 15 guys that day that she thought she was. She just kept fucking dragging men into the beer tent to meet me and her dad.
Thanks.
The amount of kids she was like,
Don't take away him.
I know,
That's special.
sorry.
Right.
Don't
The only
feel,
woman other than my wife is lovely.
don't feel
And
special.
here with just one.
She was
of another.
parading them about
But,
like it was
so
fucking
I-
blind date.
God.
I managed to drag her over to meet my parents.
Did
And we-
ya?
we
Oh,
came
you
around-
didn't let
Yeah,
her
yeah,
meet
yeah.
her. Fucking hell.
And then
Amazing. Now, can we
'cause
speak about your
told,
parents?
I told my parents about the most uncomfortable car ride, 10-minute car ride
Yes,
of my life.
excellent. Okay, so they knew.
Yeah.
She's an exceptional human.
She's
But,
wonderful.
Fucking love her. I had a night.
Amazing.
I had a night at Big Jeff's not long ago. We had in fact, the night before Meldon Sports, we were on the beer. I've got a fucking problem actually. I think about it. Anyway, so yeah, we had before we met at the beer tent, we had a pre-game fucking Friday night, and holy shit, it got out of hand.
Nice.
Doesn't matter. But Chickens was there, and she was. The whole night I kept thinking, I need to remember this shit because the stuff that a kid came away with was wild.
She is
And I
outstanding.
can't remember a fucking thing because Jeff got me fucked up on some beer that was 9.8%. Aye, tens of this shit and whiskies, and I was fucked. And THL had to fucking carry me out of there because I was fucking paralytic.
Although the just paralytic Boris, like watching those videos. Of
Oh
you,
my God.
can
we-
oh my God.
Can I just let's just diverge a little bit here and speak about Drunken Boris, because Drunken Boris is probably my favourite Boris, right? And
It's a bit much.
no, he's wonderful. We'd obviously arranged to have a couple of small aperitifs in the local British Legion,
Cheeky
as we
sherry
do,
or
our
two.
favourite place in the world, the British Legion.
Yep.
Or Meldrum. Give it a try, folks. And we went hard, right? I was boozier than normal, as were you. Piers,
Yeah,
well,
you
too.
were fucking.
Well, you
losing me.
were celebrating.
I was celebrating exactly. Yeah. So I was celebrating being fucking unemployed.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was funny though because through the day, I'm gonna give you a bit of backstory as well too. Through the day, my the company I was leaving were like, you know what we'll do? We'll have a lunch. But listen, guys, just so you all know, we'll take you out for lunch in the local eatery,
Yeah.
and we're gonna pay for it. We'll leave an open bar for a little while, but remember, it's a business lunch. It's not a drinking day. But I was fully committed from the moment I entered that place. I'm like, I'm gonna smash that tab as hard as I can, and I went for
yeah, dude.
it. Like from like midday onwards, I was ordering all the top tier bottles of whiskey. I was beers and fucking give me everything you have, and I'm just going for it, you see. And then we'd move through. The manager who was there had left. He goes, right, I'll come back later on and end the tab. I'm assuming you guys are all about to leave, so you know, I'll just pay it off later on, you see. Rookie move. He'd gone. We knew that tab was open for a good at least 3 more hours. So we're fucking through in the little bar and we're going for it.
Why was I not invited to that?
Because you weren't part of the company. How fucking
He wasn't
you, sir?
there. How the fuck would he know?
It's a good point. I do apologize. That's a good
You
point.
left me hanging till 6 o'clock.
I did, yeah, I did. So,
Don't look at me.
but the best thing is, right, so we have
Raging.
been
I had to walk home.
smashing, we've been smashing this tab, right? There's at least 4 folk left, and we're going for this tab, and we're all a mess. The manager walks back in the bar. He is stunned. He's like, what the fuck? They're still here.
You're still here.
And we're also, you can see that our table is covered in glasses, right? And we are gone, right? And he is fucking raging. And I've got the biggest grin, like, hey!
What's he gonna do? Fucking fire you?
What are you going to do? Fire me? He goes to the bar, he pays the tab, and then leaves through the other exit. He didn't have to see us on the way out. You see. So that was it. Tab is paid. I'm getting the fuck
Get
out of
the
here.
fuck, you
See you later, losers.
Brilliant.
I'm off to the Legion to meet my good friends over there
Yeah.
for a few more shandies.
Yeah.
So into the Legion, of course, when I met yourself then. You were
Unfortunately, they
shortly
weren't
after as well
there. It
too,
was just
so-
me and Tiny.
Just you and Tiny. And we went for it. Now, here's the bit
Oh
that
yeah,
I
we
fucking
hammered
love,
the bar.
right?
Yeah.
We've hammered the bar. It's home time. You've gone off walking. We've managed to pick a laugh from your good lady wife, right? So as we're heading back to my house, because it's easy to drop me first, Boris in the front seat is like, let me out here. We are at the roundabout on the bypass leading to my house. Let me out here. I'm going to be sick. Just drop me here. Take Scott home, and on the way back, pick me back up again and take me home.
Yeah.
His wife, the THL, is like, listen, the Portuguese pool girl, is like, listen, you fucking stay here. Don't go walking away. Fucking stay right here because you'll. No, I'll stay here. I'm going fucking nowhere. Right? Okay, fine. She takes me home, drops me off. That's wonderful. I'm in the house, 3 sheets to the wind, pass out on the sofa, fully clothed, fucking steaming.
Yeah.
She then videos herself with her phone coming back down the bypass towards this roundabout at 1 in the morning, maybe
1:40, I think.
Fuck knows, it was late.
He is nowhere to be seen. Right?
be found.
This video is the
10 minutes
funniest thing,
long.
right? Fucking, he is nowhere to be seen. She then is filming while she drives through this roundabout. Of course, hands-free filming, of course. Just to clarify. Decides to drive along the road, the pitch black road.
Because we live out in the country in the
You
middle
live
of
in the middle
nowhere.
of fucking nowhere. It's a pitch black road. There's no street lights. It's a fucking damn near single cars road.
And the
Out to
dickhead's
his
wearing
house.
a black T-shirt and
He's
dark
a
jeans.
black T-shirt and dark jeans. Finally, she just sees this fucking red face, right, in a fucking ditch.
Yeah.
Pulls over. He's about fucking nearly half a mile up this
mile
dark
down the
road.
road.
Grinning like fuck delighted. Gets in the car, drags him home right now. Here's where shit, and this is where I was losing my ties. And I had to forward these videos to Tiny to see to say how good. Now you've got a security camera by your front of your house,
Yeah.
which looks down towards your kind of front driveway
Yeah,
area. You
yeah.
see. You see the car pull in, right? And it's got audio as well, which is fucking amazing. I might need to play the audio. You see him get out of the car, right? And he walks in a giant circle, bounces off another vehicle,
Bounces off the car.
staggers back. His wife's just standing there, THL's in tears laughing, right? He's just like a Robo Hoover, just bouncing off things.
That's right.
Now to
Like a Roomba.
get into his house, right, there's two options.
Yeah.
There is, of course, a step onto a patio,
Yeah.
and then through some big glass doors, right?
Yeah.
The step is lucky if the step's a foot high, right? The step here.
Not a
There's
big
also
step.
a ramp leading to the front door because, of course, your daughter needs a ramp,
Yeah.
for the chair to get in,
Yeah.
right? Now we've established before that drunk Boris doesn't do ramps, right?
We've tried to
I
fail.
don't know if it's the inclination or what, or the change in aspect ratio or what it is, but drunk Boris can't do a ramp.
No.
Also turns out drunk Boris can't do a
step.
footstep. Right? So, we're watching on this camera footage as he tries 3 or 4 times to get a
his
foot
foot on.
this fucking step.
And he can't.
THL, what's up? Help me. She's in fucking knots, right? She's having to get 2 hands on his ass to push him up on the step. He's, fucking, she's in bits laughing.
It's funny as fuck.
Gets him up the step. He then careens through the glass doors. Thankfully, they're open, of course. And on the sofa. Now,
No. You missed a bit.
okay.
Because he got up, they finally got him up on the step, and he went, "Oh, I'm going to be sick." So he then got back down the step.
Sorry, you're
and went
right.
back to the
That's
car.
right, yeah.
And then he went and made a beeline for the car. I got to be sick.
But
Beeline for the car.
there's very
Holy
few-
shit!
There's very few words. It's a bit like when I lean on the car and go,
That was a bit. Just stops dead in the car. So, but here's the difference though. You see that I've come home, right? I'm on the sofa, fully clothed, not a blanket to be seen.
Yeah.
Just shivering away, but I'm fine. My wife, who's now awake, who's heard me come in, fuck him, he's leaving, he's fine, right?
Yeah.
Fuck him. The THL, however, is downstairs. She's got him stripped. Well, she's obviously there, stripped him off, right? The keg's off, the shirt off. He's in his pants, barely conscious, on the sofa.
She's
Gets
throwing a
him
blanket over him.
Gets him a
Yeah.
big glass
Yeah.
of
Pillow and
water,
everything.
blanket, pillow, the whole shooting match, right?
That's just
Fucking
wild.
amazing.
But so I got up in the morning. I woke up at 6:30 in the sofa. It was daylight beaming in. I shouldn't shut the curtains or fuck all. So any deliveries that would have come to the house would have seen me later. But I woke up and I'm like, fuck it. Looks around, glass of water. And I went, oh.
Amazing.
And then I looked down and I went, there's my boots, jeans all nicely folded, t-shirt folded. And I went, I can't have been that drunk. and then
Amazing.
like, I was like, where's my phone? Looked at my phone. notification, and it was all the messages DHL had sent, and the camera and it's like, oh no, I was a lot more drunk than I thought.
You were broken.
It was amazing.
Oh, it
And
was
then 6
fun.
hours later, I had to get up and go and pick up 6 kids to get them sunburned.
You did as well,
Yeah.
you maniac.
Oh, yeah,
That was
pushed
that
them into
next
another.
day.
And here was you saying, oh, look, I'll come for a couple.
Yeah.
I can't have
I
many.
was going to have a quiet night.
Yeah,
That
can't have many.
didn't work out.
And then, of course, so we're in the Legion, of course, and we met one of our mutual
Oh,
friends
yeah, one of my
who works
colleagues.
with your job, who
Yep.
works with your company,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
worked with me years ago as well,
Yep.
too. It turns out his wife's a barmaid there as well.
Yeah, she works there now.
Oh, we were best
Lovely
mates
lady.
by the time you guys had
Yeah,
left. It was good.
amazing.
Yeah, he's a good
Amazing
cunt, actually. He's
good
sound.
guy.
Yeah, he's sound.
So yeah, it was a really good night. But my God,
Ooh, you fucker.
those have been saved in my special folder. Like if ever I'm down, right? If ever I'm feeling low, like oh,
Yeah,
what a day
chuckle.
I've had. Fuck's sake, I'm needing a tug.
I'm needing a tug.
I'll just
That's
crack
drunk
open.
Boris.
Boris doing circles in his
Fucking
driveway, like
nightmare,
amazing,
Brilliant.
man. Fucking
Absolutely
love it.
brilliant.
Never gets any better. I thought I'd have grown out of this shit by now.
No, I love it. I fucking love it. It's amazing.
Ridiculous.
So, I mean, I have to ask, of course, Boris. I mean, apart from like your heavy weekend of drinking, right,
Yeah.
and your heavy, obviously, schedule working and stuff, and
Yes.
blah blah. How are you finding getting free time to work on Through the Rise?
Through their eyes, push back the lies. A celebrity dies. The audience cries. Push back the lies. It's through their eyes.
Because
Oh,
we've
yeah.
had some
Have
sort
you?
of feedback about
Eh.
Through the Rise.
I've done a little bit. Yeah. I've
For
been
those of
working.
you who haven't heard the last show, can we just recap that you were working in a book, right?
Yeah.
Your first,
It's a
your-
New York Times bestseller.
Of course I am, yeah.
It's not
first,
finished.
your first kind of novel endeavour, if you
Yes, aye.
will.
I'm writing a book.
Your debut novel, if you will.
I've been working on the latest short story, which
Can
is
you give us a
the,
recap of what the book's about before you do? Just a quick
hang on. So
recap.
I'm just trying to make up what I'm going to say.
So, while
so
you
it's
do that, the book is about obviously celebrity deaths.
well, not celebrity, just famous deaths. we know
famous
of.
deaths. Sorry, famous deaths.
Murders.
And why it was actually their fault.
Why it's their fault? They're not the victim. That we think. So this one is called the a royal disaster and the kebab chaos.
That is sounds right up my street.
There we go. Oh yeah, fucking that's beautiful. Well, yeah.
you
So
cooking them
what did I just say? What's
fresh
called?
ball
Royal disaster.
Royal disaster and the kebab chaos.
Okay, so
Okay, I'm excited.
so
just so you know, right? I'm gonna insert some dramatic music
Princess
playing in the
Diana, right?
background.
So
Okay.
what basically? Oh yeah, God, that sounds good.
God, that's a healthy pour.
So she was in a terrible car accident. But
Terrible
What,
car
what you didn't know was it was actually her own fault. So
Jesus fuck.
Dodie.
I mean, some
Dodie
people say it was.
Al-Fayed- No, listen, let's shut up.
Okay.
Right, so
Sorry,
he'd
it's a very serious point.
he wasn't really pulling his weight in the business. His dad had kind of forced him into, you fucking. It smells. It's beautiful, by the way. This stuff.
Sorry, just so you
Torah
know,
big,
there,
15.
that
It is
pouring noise there. was,
stunning.
Torah
Tiny,
big.
Tiny was pouring 3 drams of
Two.
Torah big.
£75 a bottle, so we're not wasting this shit,
Holy
boys.
shit.
Yeah.
That is beautiful. I'm
So-
gonna put it right
Yeah, it's stunning.
Can I put my testicles?
I
at the back?
bought
Hug
this
your
at
face
that tasting I was at. Gorgeous. So
That's amazing.
will we carry on with the kebab chaos?
Sorry, yes, current kebab goes, yeah.
So Dodie Al-Fayed, he'd keen camper. I don't know if you know this.
Was he?
Keen camper, and his dad had said, "Listen,
No, when
we need
you say camper, I'm talking like 10.
no
10
tent camping."
Okay, 10.
So his dad was like, "Listen, Harrods needs a line of camping equipment." So he'd got a heap of branded camping equipment, right? And so they were in the car, and I don't know if you know this as well, but Dan has a cracking cook, big into kebabs.
A cracking cook.
And so with the newly branded, what's he doing? Branded
I'm taking photographs.
Harrods
Sorry, you go
gas burning camping stoves.
Oh,
She
nice.
decided drunkenly she would cook a kebab in the back of the car. Did you not know that?
So while he's driving at speed,
So this motherfucker is bombing down a French highway,
Okay.
and she's there fucking dicing chicken, skewering it up. She's got it on the stove. Well,
Jesus.
anyway, long story
So
short.
really, the
dark arches.
Sorry, Diana was cooking.
kebabs.
kebabs.
No,
With a
Diana was
with
cooking.
with a Harrods branded camping stove from their new camping line.
Diana was cooking.
So what you're insinuating is it wasn't the reporters chasing the car that caused the accident.
That's
It
bullshit.
was the smell of kebab smoke.
Well, no, it wasn't even smoke.
Smoke.
The gas.
You
You know,
see-
gas. It was the gas. So basically, what happened was the driver's sleeve caught fire. Anyway, long story short,
Well, I thought she was cooking meth.
kicking me. No, Tiny, don't be
Fuck's
silly.
sake, Tiny. Fucking, you
Why
made
you-
a
don't be
silliness. Jesus
That's a
Christ.
ridiculous notion.
In the back of the limo.
Anyway, so that is a royal. What did I say? A royal disaster and the kebab chaos.
So just so you know, like, I don't know if you. So of course we have a email address, extraordinarymiscreants@gmail.com.
Extraordinary.
We've had some
Yeah.
extraordinarymiscreants@gmail.com, and we've had some communication in. Now that we've got a confirmed email address rather than the previous, like, the Scottish one. Blah. So anyway, you've resonated a bell with our listeners. People seem to really be latching onto this
People
idea.
want to know the truth.
People want the truth.
They do.
Exactly. And we have had a couple of messages
And they
regarding
deserve the truth.
They deserve the truth, and I'm
Yeah.
glad that you're one of the few people who are
Democracy dies in
who
darkness.
speak
Truth
who
teller.
speak truth to truth to knowledge.
I fear not the government.
Yep.
Tiny.
We've got one email came
Freedom
through that
dies
was,
in darkness.
we've got one email came through that was titled "Through Their Eyes: Early Thoughts, Deep Respect, and Some Suggestions."
Ooh.
Dear Legion,
I don't think Boris is one who receives suggestions
do you know?
very
Well,
well.
but then,
Well, let's just see how this goes.
see how it plays out. Because maybe,
Fantastic.
I mean,
Oh yeah. Have you had this yet?
not yet. No,
right,
not yet.
I'm going to finish this. It's
So before I read
fucking
this email,
gorgeous,
I'm going
isn't
to taste of this whiskey here. So
It's just a heavily peated motherfucker. Like,
very
I-
peaty number.
gorgeous.
I am big into my peat, like
It's my father-in-law's name.
goodness.
That's me. That is nice. I like a peaty
gorgeous.
whiskey.
That was my favourite one of the night. That's why I went and bought a bottle.
That is delightful. 70
Yeah.
quid, 75 quid a bottle. Oh, that's nice.
I know. And it's
That
a lot.
is
I
nice.
wouldn't normally, but I was absolutely fucking flying drunk, and I was like, you know, that's a fucking great idea.
For a change.
That's how they get you.
That's how they fucking get
That's how
you.
they get you. Dear Legion, and especially our Lord and author, Boris.
Oh,
Lord and author, I like that.
That's nice.
holy shit!
Heard on the last episode that Boris is working in a book called Through Their Eyes, a collection of stories about murdered celebrities and why, in your words, it was probably their fault.
Sounds more ridiculous.
Let me just say, this is exactly the sort of morally bankrupt nonsense the publishing world's been missing.
Don't encourage him.
You, sir, are doing God's work. If
See?
God had a head injury and wrote for Viz,
All right,
I haven't even read a word yet,
Brilliant.
and already I'm proud of you.
you won't need a word because it's not getting.
I,
Okay.
no, it's fucking is. If I've got right for it, it's getting.
I've got it right for
I haven't even read a word yet, and I'm already proud of you. I want it on my bookshelf, ideally sandwiched between Mein Kampf and Nigella Bites. Just to confuse visitors.
Two of my favourite books, by the way.
I know, right?
Fuck it. Did I send you that email?
Now, I understand fully it's still a work in progress, so if you're open to suggestions, I'd like to humbly offer some chapter ideas to
I'm not
for
normally,
celebrity
but I'll
deaths
listen to it.
that are begging for your deeply inappropriate insight. Suggested chapters: Through Their Eyes. Freddie Mercury realizes that orgies were probably a bit much.
Oh. No. No.
Or how about Brandon Lee and the gun safety debrief that he definitely skipped?
No.
No, okay. Right.
Fucking hell.
Fucking
So that's their two. But Boris, and I say this with complete seriousness, you're missing a trick if you don't do animals. I'm talking
I've been-
celebrity animals, a spin-off.
like, oh,
Famous animals.
famous animals
Called-
have been
Like
murdered.
Free Willy.
Their suggestion is, through their snouts, famous animals deserved fates and why they should be cooked. Right. Examples include Lassie, constantly in danger, never helped her own family. Suspicious. Right.
It's fucking I like that.
Harambe, right, became a meme, would have probably voted Tory. Right.
Oh
Jesus.
my god.
Paul the Psychic Octopus, gambling enabler, seafood karma caught up, right? The Andrex puppy, profiteering of toilet paper while the world burned during COVID. Motherfucker. See,
I mean, they've got a
fucking-
point there. Yeah.
last
Oh
one.
my god.
That bear from The Revenant. Unprofessional, upstaged DiCaprio, deserves to be made into a coat. Right. So they carry on. Anyway, cannot wait for the book, even if it gets banned in several countries. Stay cursed,
All countries.
stay brilliant. Yours in admiration and criminal intent, Marvin in Stoke. In brackets.
Stoke!
Who the
In
fuck is
brackets.
called Marvin?
In brackets, writer, reader, pet eater. P.S.
Pet eater.
I assume there'll be a signed hardback version that smells faintly of crime scene. Just checking.
Oh, Marvin.
Fucking brilliant.
There is another email that I'll
Fucking
get to shortly as well too, but I mean already it seems to be that it's resonating with your audience.
Well, you
I
know.
think you've hit a vein here that needs to be fucking,
Yeah.
searched
Everybody
through.
wants to watch you get hung, drawn, and quartered. That's all it is.
I don't blame them.
Yeah.
I've been working on a computer game lately as well.
Fuck
Well,
off.
ideas for a computer game.
That
Don't.
excites me. I love computer
Yeah.
games.
Don't.
I'm a big gamer. Hit me up.
Terrified. Absolutely
It's,
terrified.
it's an
gonna
open
come out of
world.
your
It's an
mouth.
open world game, Tiny.
Okay.
Based. It's remember theme park.
Yes.
Kind of like that, but it's based on a fertility clinic.
Oh, Jesus wept. Okay, right. Can we just fucking pause, right? Fuck. Can we just fucking pause? Right. So
haven't got
theme
a name
park
yet.
on the famously on the PC,
Yeah.
Amiga 500, Atari ST, and of
Amiga
course,
500.
that was my machine. That was my rough.
Fucking
jam.
that was my jam.
I've got the
That was
name.
my jam.
Abortion or abortshoff?
Jesus.
So, yeah.
Fertility clinic,
Fertility clinic.
but with a theme hospital, theme park,
yeah, theme park
sorry.
style. So
Okay.
you build it from the ground up.
Okay.
We deal with every aspect of the fertility clinic. So
Can I just suggest the motto? You make them, we'll scrape them.
will we make it? We'll scrape them. But so like Red Dead,
Okay.
you can the game changes on your honor rating. So, so if you're a clinic of
Oh. Right.
so you've got to get guys out to jack it.
I am so
You
excited.
need
right
to collect the semen samples into the game, right?
Okay.
But you've got to screen the donors.
Okay.
Screen them for diseases and race because you don't want
You don't want the-
you don't want yeah,
You don't want the lesser ones.
You don't want Iranians and
I'm sorry.
sorry and don't be sorry and it's
You know, we do have a.
so if you've got so so if you're a total scumbag you can like get in all sorts of fucking idiots and then
Okay,
you can
okay.
you've got to stop inbreeding, but if you're again an idiot you would try and sell samples to
Okay.
siblings.
Sell samples to
That'd be funny, okay? Come on, guys.
Just no.
Listen.
Man's got.
So this would
essentially
be.
what you're saying
I'm a
is, right,
visionary.
So the honor best, right? So I'm getting where you're coming from. Right? I'm biting what you're fucking feeding me.
Yeah.
So the honor system, right? You can go low honor, right? You're saying,
Yeah, that-
you know,
that-
samples to siblings. We're talking like lesser race.
You're buying. Chicks are coming back. They're having the kids.
Yep.
And it turns out they're fucking disabled or they're black or whatever, and
No. No.
it's awful. It all gets a bit.
Yes, you
messy.
are.
Okay.
Yeah, and
okay.
funny as
That
fuck.
would be genius. So you're
And there's a VR add-on.
oh, is there?
There's a VR add-on
Where you actually
for the
report
donor
fetus?
clinic where you can either well you've got to collect the sample
Okay. Okay.
or abort the actual
Or report the fetus.
Yeah, so
Where can I invest? Because I am in. I'm sold. I've never. Right. We've done. What are we
that's
now?
fucking beautiful.
What are we now? 12 shows in.
Well, we're not seeing 13, boys.
I think I've never seen Tiny sit there as horrified.
I just.
Fucking days.
Tell me you wouldn't play that.
Did your parents drop you on your head a lot?
Oh,
when you were a
several
child?
times.
I would play that naked. That's
fucking great, isn't it?
That's fucking
But
genius.
like you like it because you can be a good guy and run it sensibly.
Yeah, exactly,
And
yeah.
It's a really nice thing. You're helping families, and they all leave with smiles at the end of
Why
the day.
can't you just play
Or
GTA like
it
other
could be
people?
funny
Right,
when they're
right.
coming back, they're banging at the door because their kids have got 3 legs, and All sorts
and they
of
have to
elements.
evade. Right, so there's a mini game where you have to evade the abortion protesters outside. Right,
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
You have to, there's like hurdles and
You know,
stuff. You have to-
bizarrely,
as
I
fuck.
think there is a mini game within a game that is similar to what you've described.
What,
I think
fertility
it's-
clinic?
Yeah, I think is it Yakuza? There's like 8 of the fucking
Yeah,
games,
yeah.
but they're like open world, like in Tokyo or
Do
whatever.
they have an abortion mini
and I
game?
think there is a mini game
So they're
like
like
this,
they're helping women have children that can't have children.
or vice versa.
That's bullshit. I can't be.
Hold on, we're gonna ask AI.
Fucking hell.
In the Yakuza series of games, is there any form of abortion mini game?
I didn't say abortion. I said fertility.
He said fertility
I'm
clinic.
helping
Couldn't
families. Not
find any mini games that involve.
fuck for that.
Press the button.
I
Jimmy.
understand. If you're looking for games that focus on family building and fertility, there are plenty of options out there. Some games let you manage a family and help them grow, while others focus on the challenges and joys
No,
of
no,
raising
no.
children.
Okay, so Gemini, tell us what you think about a potential game that we are developing where you run a fertility clinic and you have to either be good or be bad. Obviously, either aborting children or birthing them.
That's an interesting concept for a game. It sounds like it could explore some really complex themes.
See?
On one hand, you could
Ah, fuck what she said. I'm one of the world's great thinkers.
See,
You guys don't appreciate
if
me
you
yet.
speak, she cuts off.
All right,
so,
sorry.
yeah.
Listen, I never said abortions. I said
Right.
fertility. This is
a
focused
fair
on
point.
building families, creating life.
Do you know what,
I
Tiny?
just doesn't always have
I
to
was
be
gonna
good.
test a different AI.
I want to apologise to you profusely because I assumed that abortion would be part of your fertility clinic. I can only apologise.
In the game, because it's open world,
yes.
there will be backstreet abortionists. So, like, it's like side missions. Like, when you meet a in Red Dead, when you meet a
Yeah,
stranger,
yeah.
like, stranger,
Oh,
and you
yeah,
go to the
question
stranger,
mark.
and they'll be like,
Yeah, yeah.
listen, I'm trying to get rid of the wife's bairn. And you'll be like, all right, okay.
Have you
I know
tried kicking her
I
in the
know a
stairs?
guy with a coat hanger and a bottle of Harpic. Give him 20 quid, he'll get rid of it.
Bottle of harp. I've never seen Tiny as stunned or as mute in my fucking day. That's his. Oh my god! Right,
Sorry.
so
Can't.
Am I too much tonight?
just going back to Through Their Eyes, right? through Their Eyes.
Please.
I have a second.
How is
on to
this
this.
less controversial?
I have a second communication. Wait till we get top nonce. Dear Boris and the rest of the revolting rabble. Firstly, just wanted to say, absolutely frothing at the gash with excitement about Through Their Eyes.
Get me her number.
The very idea of a book explaining why famous corpses kind of had it coming is, frankly, the only thing keeping me going since the Aldi near me stopped selling Polish lager. Now, I know you're probably swimming in ideas, but I've been stewing in a bath of cheap wine and celebrity obituaries all week, and I've compiled some premium grade chapters for your consideration. Suggested entries for Through Their Eyes. Steve Jobs, minimalism kills. All that money and the man dies because he tried to fight cancer with fucking fruit. I respect the aesthetic, but the pancreas does not care about your brand identity, mate.
Oh my god.
Or George Michael, Death by Wham.
Whoa,
Right.
we're not fucking.
Death by Wham. Oh, now your face
I'm
is
a
turned
massive
there.
George Michael fan, so we fucking tread carefully here.
Read.
Found dead in bed on Christmas Day. Some would call it tragic. I call it poetic justice for Last Christmas being allowed on every shop playlist from October onwards. Right. Or how about
Block this cunt's email.
Oh, you pivoted.
Oh,
how
yeah.
about the wonderful Marvin Gaye when Father's Day goes too far? Shot by his own dad. I mean, if your own
Oh my
father does
God.
you in, there's probably a history there. Maybe
with
don't
good
name your,
reason.
maybe don't name your album "Let's Get It On" if you're living under his roof.
Oh my god.
Fucking hell.
Okay.
Okay, we've got more, right?
Oh,
Heath-
fucking
We gotta
hell,
invite
cunt's
this
been busy.
person.
Heath Ledger, method gone mad, right? Truly brilliant actor. But if you stare into the abyss of the Joker long enough, the abyss stares back and gives you a prescription for horse tranquilizers and says good luck.
Go swim.
Fucking Jesus. And oh, there's two more. We have
It's been busy.
oh my fucking word, Whitney Houston. The real bodyguard was the bath tap. Sensational voice, zero buoyancy. A tragic end. But let's be honest, you don't mix Valium and a bath unless you absolutely want to see Elvis in the bubbles.
Oh my
Right.
fucking
Elvis in
word.
the bubbles.
And finally, Michael Jackson. When walking away from responsibility doesn't work forever. Controversial, complex, dead. But if you spend 30 years living in a haunted fun fair with a monkey and a bag of surgical masks, don't be surprised when your heart gives up and even the paramedics say, nah. Now, now,
We've lost Boris.
I understand some of this might get you in trouble, but that's sort of the point, isn't it? This book needs to read like a lawsuit waiting to happen, like something Jeremy Clarkson would endorse but never admit to reading.
Jesus.
Anyway, if you need a
Christ.
blurb writer, a scapegoat, or someone to shout, I regret nothing at the press release, I'm available. Stay legally dubious, Kelly the Reckoning Mulligan. Unemployed, unstable, deeply committed to your literary downfall. P.S. Have you considered a Where Are They Now section for people who should be dead by now but keep surviving? Like Madonna or the bloke from Simply Red. Fucking hell. Kelly, you're my favourite. Holy shit. Hellman.
Jesus fucking God. Well, yeah, she's all right, but I'm not having this George Michael pish. Like,
See, so apart from George Michael, because of course you are a big fan, right?
fucking huge.
He's
like,
not in the book, right?
He's off limits.
He's off
like,
limits,
You
right?
can say whatever you want about my family, but don't you fucking diss the George.
See, I'm with you, man. I'm with you.
Oh God, I'm such
That
a
man was a goddamn
Guys
saint.
such a
have the
wham fan.
most fucked up morals.
He was a goddamn saint. Okay, he enjoyed getting his cock through a wall in a public lobby.
Who doesn't?
Who doesn't? Right? The man was a
Who
saint.
doesn't?
The man was a saint, right? He, for example, last Christmas, he signed, didn't he? You know, signed over the whole rights
Oh, man.
to the other guy in Wham.
Yeah.
I forget his name.
Andrew.
Andrew Ridgely.
Yeah,
Ridgely?
yeah.
So that he got all the proceeds to keep him going for ever, basically. You know?
Fucking legend.
Yeah,
the
man's
man
legend.
is a
There
fucking
was,
legend.
was there not like a
what
waitress
dirt did
that
Andrew have on
I have no
George?
idea. No, George is a genuinely good guy.
He's a really
Like
nice
there was
guy.
a waitress, I'm pretty
Was
sure
he?
that he met.
Just
that
like a
had-
fucking cock or two. What's wrong with that?
I mean, yeah, he
Nothing wrong
enjoyed a
with cock.
penis through a wall, but who doesn't?
Very
So
nice guy.
I'm pretty sure George Michael, there was a waitress he'd heard about that had served him. That he'd heard about had some kind of health issue that was going to cost her like
Oh
thousands.
yeah.
He paid the whole bill,
Yeah.
but said, "Don't put this in the press. I don't want people to know about it. It's me and you. I'll pay this thing for you." That's the guy he was. He
Good
did
cunt.
tons of this stuff. Like he avoided the press, but he paid shit for everyone. He kept people. You know, he was a
And-
good guy. He enjoyed penis through a wall, but that's fair play.
Awesome.
But listen,
awesome
yeah,
tongue.
Awesome.
You've not been rimmed till you've been
oh
rimmed.
my God,
By
George
George
Michael.
Michael.
he was doing the movements, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Oh, you're doing so
Yeah,
well.
that's it.
Gentlemen, we are going to quickly move here to a quick
Please.
news story that I found quite interesting. Here is the Miscreants news. This is a news story that I found that I thought was quite good. It's actually quite, I say local, it's in the Aberdeenshire.
Ooh.
And the headline reads, Scottish clinic issues public plea regarding unsolicited urine samples.
Oh,
A medical clinic in Scotland has made an urgent public appeal requesting that individuals cease submitting inappropriate or unsolicited urine samples. The clinic did not specify the nature of these samples, but emphasised that they are unrequested and cannot be processed. Now, I read more of the article. I won't read the whole article.
Is
but
that
what happened
me?
was- no, there's a pharmacy in Fraserburgh called I think it's the Saltoun,
Okay.
Saltoun, or it's called pharmacy. Anyway, but seemingly they've suffered a deluge of like fucking piss shambles. But they're coming in like fucking Fanta bottles. They're coming in like fucking like
they fucking
takeaway tubs.
That's a broth
Shit,
for
right?
you.
Just fucking pish, like unmarked with no names, just fucking through the door, pish in a bottle. Here you go.
that's wild.
So of course, because it's like they're like, well, this is a biohazard. They have to then dispose of it in a certain kind of legal way because
Yeah.
it's but it's just inundated with these. But they're trying to blame like the local aged population are like, oh, I better put a piss sample in and see if I'm okay, you know, like that.
Why a Fanta bottle?
Well, just like seem like containers that they haven't, that aren't like specifically for piss samples.
Okay.
So it could be, I don't know what it is. It could be a Coke ball.
That's
you know,
fantastic.
It could be a jam jar. You
wild.
know, but just through the letterbox, boom, there you go, or through the post. They're just getting piss sent to them. Fucking.
What the
time,
fuck
right?
is wrong with the
Which
bro?
is fucking amazing.
That's brilliant.
But this put me in mind of a guy that I knew that many years ago, but I was bouncing as well too, and he had problems again down with his bowels, and he'd been told by the doctor, look, we need you to get a sample of your stool for testing. We're going to send you a kit. It should be with you in like 2 days. Get it tested and drop it off straight away with your near surgery, and they'll get it on to us for testing. You see now, this guy, him and his wife and his 2 kids had booked a holiday for the next day. He's like, well, he's like, well, I can't wait for the test kit. I need to get a sample in. So, fuck it, I'll do it myself. So what he did, right, was he got a fucking a takeaway tub, can't take away like a Chinese takeaway tub, right, and laid a log on it.
He emptied it first.
Of course.
I thought you just dropped it on top
No,
of the chow mein.
no, the chow mein got cleaned out first. I mean, he gave it a dick with a clute, of course, but he gave it a wee wipe with a clute. But he laid a toadie in the fucking in the tub, sealed it back up again, wrote his name on the top, and put it through their letterbox. Right.
My God.
So the staff come in the morning.
Oh my
There's a full jobby in a
God.
takeaway tub.
Did he at least write on it, this is a shit?
No.
Oh
only
my
his,
God.
Only his name.
So
But-
they've rolled in, bowled in the door on the Monday morning. Like, all right. What's this? Oh,
Well-
John Smith, open this up, and here's a log.
I think it was one of those see-through kind of transparent tubs.
Oh, it wasn't like the foil ones.
Not the foil ones, no. Not with the foil ones.
That's how I
With the paper lids.
Sorry, yeah, I got you.
Brilliant.
They're the see-through ones. Fucking through the letterbox. I've told you before about...
Domino's pizza box.
I've told you before about fucking... Have I told you before about Lurch sending me a jobby
Yes,
through the
he
post?
told us the
He
time,
did
the
die.
time that we were
Fucking...
the one time that you had us all on, and then you fucking binned us.
I know,
He
right?
fucking was telling us about sending the shit with the
jobby
with
through the post.
caramel
Fucking hell,
wafers.
man, yeah, but...
Mentions us every show as well.
Does he?
Yeah.
Oh, he does actually, yeah.
I don't know. I don't listen to it.
Famously about shitting in a fucking tub.
I stopped listening because she's all fucked me off.
We fucked the whole show off, to be fair. Exactly.
yeah,
Yeah.
well.
I think we've done one DHB in the last maybe 6-7 months since I've been in bed.
Oh,
So
so you've done since
It's
then?
hard. It's too
Yeah,
many
yeah.
people. It's hard to get everybody together.
hard to
Yeah.
get everyone together. It's too far up. We're too far apart, you know.
Yeah,
no
Don't
one,
give
no
a
one
fuck.
likes
20
doing it.
miles, huh? Fucking
No
hell,
one
man.
likes doing it. No one likes doing it over the fucking internet, you know.
It
so-
sounds shit on the internet, to be fair.
It does a little bit. It's better in person.
And you get no
you know?
there's no atmosphere.
Exactly.
I don't know. I've never done it. I'm assuming.
I was going to say the sound in here isn't fantastic, but it's fun.
It's better when it's all.
It's fine. Well, see, I mean, given time, I mean, we're only 13 shows deep. Well, 12 shows deep now, we're basically. 12,
More.
12 shows deep maybe, or who knows how anymore. But given time,
knows? We've
we
lost
will
count.
invest in better
We haven't been
microphones.
sued yet.
No, we'll invest in
Once
better
the
microphones.
royalties start coming in from you bake
Through
him, we
their eyes.
scrape him.
Yeah.
We'll
Pick him.
Once
There's
we
the
get
name
the
of the
royalties,
game.
you bake them and scrape them, and through their eyes, when they both get sold,
Yeah.
the royalties come in, boom, we have got brand new fucking,
we're building a fucking
brand new
studio.
microphones, proofing, the whole shit and
We're
match.
building a central London studio.
See, you've got like almost like barn buildings back
Yeah,
here.
yeah, I've got big stables
Now,
in
we
the
could
back.
build a fucking studio
Yeah,
in.
I want to do upstairs actually.
That'd be
fucking
cool
upstairs.
as fuck,
A bit
yeah.
upstairs because I want to put a. Yeah, that's my
Makes
that's my
no sense,
plan.
yeah.
But we're just. It's fucking money, guys.
Because I do have
Well, that's why
like
you gotta
proper
write through their
microphone like boom arms and stuff you
Yeah.
could use, and you know.
Because
So,
well, I'm away to like build a wee home studio, but it's going to be a much smaller affair. But
Oh,
in my ideal world, it would be in that bit upstairs. We'd have a massive fucking studio
There's
and a bar.
There's a guy in Aberdeen, friend of a friend, who's selling his entire YouTube podcast studio at
Okay.
the moment.
Jesus.
Yeah, but I'm wanting it for music purposes as well. I'm wanting
Yeah,
to,
this is- he recorded albums in it and all sorts.
Well, we'll
So-
speak about it later because I wonder what kit he's got.
Holy shit, that's amazing.
Because I'm needing
Yeah.
some kit.
So, as you say, kit as in like cameras, microphones,
Yeah,
boards.
right down to like the couch.
So we
that
could-
has
Holy
different
shit.
settings.
Couch.
He's
What
got
kind
like
of
a,
price is he asking for?
So we're
that?
about like,
don't know.
so we could do like a casting couch situation.
Yeah. Oh, did you see the guy? I don't know if it was a piss take or whatever, but he posted this earlier this week. He said just a picture of his office, and he says, "I do 50 to 60 interviews a week in this office, and can you all see the one thing that I'm making $300 on the side from?" and it's a vending machine. So he has 50 to 60 interviews, per day. 50 to 60
Per day,
interviews
yep.
per day, and he gently encourages the applicants to buy something from his vending machine
Why do you
before they
Why
leave.
don't you buy a water of yourself? It's a bit dry in here, you know.
Aye, we haven't got taps. We can't give you a glass.
Yeah, exactly,
You have
yeah.
to buy it from
Are you hypoglycemic? You should probably have a candy bar. You know,
He'll bring the man, get a seat.
What a fucking
Listen,
scumbag.
Brilliant.
if you take a seat here, I'll be back in about 10 minutes. Feel free to use the machine there, get yourself a wee juice or a
Fuck
coffee or
that.
a sweetie perhaps or a biscuit.
No
But
intention of giving these fuckers
he
a
owns
job.
the fucking machine,
Yeah.
so he makes all the profit. There's no job. They're
Oh, there's
applying
no
for-
job?
No,
Oh,
there's
so
no
you
job
know about
there.
this, like?
He's got a fucking room with a sofa, a desk, and a chair, and and the official looking thing.
What a
He'll
dick.
advertise a fake job. They come in like a tenner plenty. Yeah, come in, take a seat, and I'll be back in 10 minutes. But feel free to use the machine there and get yourself a juice and a
That's
coffee.
got to be
or blah, blah.
illegal.
Not at all, from what I can gather. But
What
fucking.
an absolute dick.
And how
No,
much was he
brilliant.
making per week, seemingly?
There's 300 extra a week.
How
or
the
something.
fuck am I the one that finds
Nuts.
that morally wrong, but you don't?
I know, right? I
What
know.
the fuck?
Hey,
Mental.
stupid is as stupid does.
Probably because I'm a working man.
You are a working man, exactly.
I'm one of the
gentlemen, speaking of working men, I'm no longer a working man.
I know, it's
Well,
exciting.
as we've addressed. Well, I mean,
I
well,
can't believe that you walked up to another place and went, "Oh, I'll give this a go," and they went, "Oh, yeah, you look like
Well,
our
I
kind of
didn't
people."
really walk up. So what I did was I actually followed. Tiny's been a huge help, by the way, as well too. So I'll tell you why. So the old job were like, "Ha ha, fatty, cheerio, pat on the arse. Here's a paycheck. Here's a payoff. Away you go." I was cast to the winds. So Tiny's like, "You know what? Fucking get that CV polished." I wrote it up, Bonnie. Give it to him. He's like, "This is
Yep.
bullshit. We do this again." We did it again and again. He gave me his CV to use as like a model. I did my CV completely again, made it fucking sparkly and pretty. And then I wrote a thing on LinkedIn. Now, LinkedIn's not a thing that I'm really into, you see. All that kind of like,
I don't know
all
how
that kind of like
that shit works. I'm a
business
fucking
speak.
lorry driver.
All that kind of business speak, gobbledygook, I've got no idea, but I thought I'll give it a try.
Yep.
Because as you know, I've got a fine line of verbal diarrhea. So I thought I'll write a blurb saying,
You got a gaping anus when it comes to verbal diarrhea.
I'm sad to leave my previous job and what a great employer they were and all that kind of stuff, and blah, blah, blah. But I'm looking for new opportunities and I'm open with this and that. So I put up this whole big thing about, looking for new chances.
Sorry,
and-
just really quickly. Weird thing about the algorithm.
Yeah.
That article that you wrote came through today for me.
Really? Holy
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Because it got a lot of hits.
Yeah,
like
it
that
did.
article.
Yeah. I can
Good
see.
hits.
I can obviously look back at
Oh,
the
of
history.
course, yeah.
But
So
it popped up today for me on my algorithm.
that's nuts.
Just
so
weird.
I got a communication through from a company nearby. I won't name who they are, but they make beer.
Yet.
Basically. Yet, exactly, yeah. So they're like, "Hey, listen, can see you're looking for work. We might have something for you. Do you want to get a wee catch up?" I'm like, "Yeah, cool." So we got speaking, had a few messages back and forth, got chatting, then led to like a Teams call where like a wee kind of interviews. If you speak with a couple of members of staff,
Teens call.
Teams call,
Oh, right,
like
sorry.
a video call. Video call with them as well too, being charismatic Scott.
Boris is very good.
I'm so employable. I'm
Charismatic
great.
Scott.
Charismatic Scott, exactly. So then I went in for a trial day. So they go in from 9 to 5, completely unpaid for, of course, because that's why they fucking work.
What?
So I think so, yeah, unpaid for. So you go in for this 9 to 5, and
A
you're.
day's work for fuck all.
I know, right? What's that about? Right? You
Dirty
go into this
cunts.
place and you're walking around.
You guys
and
claim
you're-
to be working class. You never done an apprenticeship.
Not a fuck.
Motherfucker.
Apprenticeships are paid for, Tidy.
I know, right?
You don't
Not at my place.
No, a Tiny's company.
Oh, that's
So
shocking.
went in, and then that was fine. Had an interview there again, of course, with the big manager boy, and it was all great. The next day, a message saying, "Hey, listen, job here's for you. We think you're great. We'll take you on board. When can you start?" So,
They must be struggling.
so I know.
Sorry.
So
Did I say that out
basically, I basically started my new job in like 2 weeks' time. I've got a new job to go to. So, and the good thing is, I've got a payoff from the old place, which will hopefully keep us, because the new money is not quite as good as the old money. So
Yeah.
the payoff will help support that and stuff and keep us going. And see
good.
until things improve, I might go up the ladder
yeah.
and increase
Run
my
the place.
earning potential, rob the
Don't,
place.
don't
of course,
grease the ladder before you go up it.
But here's the exciting part. This is where I think you'll sit forward and go, Ace. Right? Is that you get
I know what you're about to say.
you get upwards of 24 free cans of beer a month.
I was out recently with an employee of that place.
Oh
and
yes,
It's like 50% off or something.
Yeah, you go
We
to
were in
their
a pub and it was
you
like,
go to their eateries and you're getting like half
Yeah.
price on all their food. and
I didn't
stuff.
know that until he was like, "Oh, I'll get these," and I was like, "No, it's not your days. I'll get them." And he ordered it, and it was like £8 for everybody,
Yeah.
and I was like,
Amazing.
"How fucking much?" He was like,
Yeah, I know, right?
He's like, and yeah, he's just like, oh, check this.
Boys, we are going to
fucking-
have so many nights out in a nearby town that has one of these venues in it. You know, so I'm being very vague about who they are,
We're
but
not
people
going
can
there. I'm
guess.
not fucking going there. But,
No, you're right enough.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, so-
No, it's yeah, fuck it. It's a job.
So yeah, but I mean, I'm also going for my medical to potentially become or get trained up to be an HGV driver,
Yeah, but
much like Boris,
but-
my idol.
knowing
Holy shit!
I thought this was the time and place to fucking announce that, of course, but Boris, you have become,
I
C3PO
couldn't be
you
prouder.
have become my idol.
That is
so,
a fantastic
being
thought.
flown over the heads of the Wookiees.
People idolise me,
Yeah.
Tiny. You hear this shit?
Idol.
He did
Yeah.
mention me to say that this is the right time to get into the industry because the amount of hookers needing murdered has peaked. You know that
Because of
it's like,
the
it's
level
like
of
a badger
unemployment.
cull, right? You have to cut the mark
The
a little bit. You know?
level of unemployment in this country is hitting huge numbers, Tiny, and it is forcing women onto the streets.
Yes.
Unemployment.
And without drivers
Oh.
there, who is going to kill these?
Who's going
hookers?
to kill them?
but they're trying to criminalize people buying.
Oh,
hookers.
they did that in Aberdeen years ago. So
No, but yeah, it's in the Scottish government at the moment. They're,
Yeah,
trying,
yeah,
they're
well,
trying to criminalize.
so-
they're going to decriminalize being a hooker, but
Okay.
they're going to criminalize paying a
Paying for
hooker.
No,
one.
they did that. They did it regionally because they did it in Aberdeen years ago.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was in the paper. Do you remember that? Because it
Yes.
was like they were giving drivers like points on their license and stuff.
Oh, were
Really?
they?
Yeah, because they put cameras.
How many do you have?
No comment. They put loads of cameras around the harbour years ago,
Holy
and
shit.
the guys were getting points for picking up hookers and shit.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you know that in
Wow.
America as well too? There's a thing. I say it's not a rule, but there's a kind of like unwritten rule that if you pull up to a hooker, but to save yourself getting like caught with the cops, if they're pretending to be hookers to try and catch you,
That's awesome.
right? They're not allowed to touch you, right? So the hookers, what they'll do is when you say, right, or if they say, "Are you looking for business?" They'll say, "What do you mean?" They'll reach in and they'll touch your crotch. So to verify that they are hookers, because they've just now touched you,
Okay.
they'll go touch you and go, "Okay, well, how much do you want?" You say, "Is it a way of
Be
verifying
done.
that they're?"
I don't need exchange money now. Never tell me the time I gave a hooker an orange club.
No, you did not.
I did.
What?
I was saying, fucking God, Doncaster.
An orange club.
So there's like Doncaster, like there's an area that A1 is just it's right for that. So I was one night I was going to park in Doncaster. I was like, I'm fucking running out of time. Hate parking here. It's a fucking shithole. Fuck it. So I was on the phone with my mate. Can't use his name. Boy's a legend. I've spoken about him here before. Absolute deviant. Anyways, so he's like, I know a place. It might not be too bad. So he guides me in on the phone. We're up on the phone. Gets in. Fucking lorries everywhere. So I have to reverse park at this space. So I starts reverse parking at this space, like parallel parking, and I see a body appear in the mirror in the dark, like waving me back, and I thought, oh, it's the driver, because a lot of drivers jump out and help,
Okay, yeah.
So I was like, it must be the driver. So backing me back. Whoa! I was like, right, cool, thank you. Pan out the window. Cheers, mate. Looking window up. So I'm sitting speaking to my pal on the phone. Fuck, so it looks like here's this little coin, and I was like, oh, for fuck's sake, it's a hooker. And he's like, fuck, he's like on my phone, he's like, ask to see your tits, and I was like, so I opened the window and I was like, hi, and she's like, hi, you look at, I was like, no, I said, was that you? And she's like, yeah. I was like, oh, thanks very much, okay. And she was fucking freezing. She was like,
Oh,
teacher,
no.
and I was like, okay. And she's like, you're not looking for a bit? I was like, no, sorry, it's not my thing. Oh, okay. And she just stood there, and I was like, I give you an orange club. And she's like, I'd love one. And I was and he's in my ear going, fucking orange club. Get in the cab, fucker. I was like, shut up, man. He's like, ask to see your tits.
I love how awkward Boris like, I'll give you an orange club.
Give me an orange club. Yeah, God, it was funny as fuck.
That's fucking cool.
Out the window here, she's like, thanks very much. Just like, it's fucking wild.
Gentlemen, we are. I mean, I don't mean to go off track here, but we are getting very late in the game.
Oh,
I think it's time for a bit of top notch.
top notes.
Gentlemen, this is of course Top Notch,
So-
our most famous segment, the most popular segment so far on the Miscreants podcast. Can you give us a quick outline of the rules, please? Tiny.
Right, so we've got top nonce, which is like top trumps, which means that we all pull a card, and whoever has the highest stat and a pre-chosen stat is the winner. These are 52 of the UK's most famous serial pedophiles.
The thing
So, sorry, can I
is, sorry,
interrupt?
you go. Yeah.
And their
I hadn't
enablers.
really thought about what one of you guys said the other week. I don't know who it was that said it because I was like, "Fuck off! I don't listen to what you say."
Of course.
We
Probably
probably
me
we
then.
probably shouldn't read all three out because we are quickly running out of cards. So
We are.
let's just read the winner out.
Well, no.
Actually,
And then put the
he
two
makes a
losers
fair
back in the
point.
pack.
We still have 17 shows worth of top nonce.
But then, I mean, there is,
Have we?
Yeah.
we want to milk this as long as we can because it is. I think maybe reading all three cards. Maybe you've got a point.
Fuck it, I'm
right?
half cut.
Listen,
I'll,
if we
I'll-
didn't read all three cards, we would have not heard about pedo hormone.
Pedo
we would have
hormone.
eventually.
Yeah, but we wouldn't.
Not then.
Eventually.
You might have a point.
I might be
right?
dead by the time we get to pedo hormone.
Because we're
Fingers
only
crossed,
we're
Tiny.
only like 12 shows deep, and already we've got half a pack we can't use.
Yeah.
So we might-
So
right, so we'll
That's
just
12 shows, so we got 24
we'll
shows.
just go for the we'll just go for the winner.
let's
Okay,
go for the
okay,
winner.
let's go for the
And then-
Because right, sorry to cut in there, because there's this is pack 2. There's a pack 1 available as well, 2 of these things that we haven't got yet.
and I'm drunk, so I'm ordering it tonight. 'cause I'm
I
drunk.
know, right? So we
It's only 20 quid.
this
It's
will
fine.
do us for years, right? Years, Tiny, of top knots, right?
Okay.
It'll take us until we end up in. Well, I end up in jail.
Yeah, you end up in
Until
jail.
you,
And I'll have to pay your bail again.
okay, thank you
Really
very much.
enjoying that whiskey. Let's have another
It's a
one.
good one, isn't it? Yeah.
Because it's a really good whiskey.
Right. Okay, let's do it. Okay, so
You want another one?
we're gonna have
No.
a quick. Well, a
I didn't
quick
have
pause.
one.
Right, quick. He didn't have one. No, he's off it.
How fucking delicious is that stuff, by the way?
Good whiskey.
It is so fucking smooth. Little tiny one for him. Little tiny.
one.
Thank you.
A tiny for tiny.
A tiny bit, there you go.
So
That's a delightful
fucking
whiskey.
smooth.
It
So
really is.
Beautiful.
backstory. It's so uninteresting to the
Do it, please.
to the listener. When I was at the tasting, I realised I delivered all the fuck off. Delivered all the equipment for that fucking place.
Did you really?
So for years I was like, I remember going to Sky. This guy had bought this fucking land. It was going to build this fucking
It smells
distillery.
lovely as well. Do you see
And
that?
so we're speaking. The guy's telling us all about the place. And I was like, hang on a minute. So I whipped out my phone because I'm a fucking truck
Deviant.
nerd, and I was like, showing him the guy all these photos. He's like, yeah, that's all our stuff. So I took all the equipment in there, and that is what-
Really?
yeah. That's how long ago it was, and that's one of their first bottles. And I was like,
Wow.
That's amazing.
that is,
Holy
yeah,
shit.
it's
That's
fucking beautiful,
really
isn't it?
cool.
It's
Yeah,
a-
yeah, yeah.
And I've
Really
often
nice.
thought about it. I was like, I wonder what.
And the funny thing is, like, amongst my kind of whiskey
Torabeg.
appreciating friends,
Yeah.
very, very few enjoy a peat whiskey. I love a peat whiskey.
See, I'm all about the peat.
Love a bit of peat.
It's the linkage between Pete and
Yeah.
pedophiles.
Yeah.
that-
They had much.
exactly it.
They had
Burying
much
corpses.
less peaty ones.
Uh-huh.
But I'm a big Lafroig man. Like I'm
Okay,
Lafroig.
yeah.
Like
You see, I'm a sherry cask man.
yeah. Well, they have a sherry. In fact, the
Big
sherry
Jeff.
cask. Yeah, he bought the cherry cask one.
So, if
stunning.
you're a Freud man,
Beautiful.
so the company, of course, we all know I used to work at a
Yeah.
distillery.
That you got
um,
the one you got fired from.
Like apart from got sacked from. I used to work at a distillery. They, as a leaving gift, they gave me a bottle from each of their Scottish sites. So I've got about 6 bottles there waiting to be fucking tagged into. So we can have a total of
yeah, we're drinking my expensive.
we are drinking you.
You fucking cunt.
Right.
Top
okay.
nuts.
Top nuts. Okay. So who's choosing this week? What the
who's choosing
score?
this one?
So of course, to remind you folks, we are picking from physical threat, cockiness, offences, slipperiness, remorse, and nonceoriety.
Who's next?
I'll pick.
Go for it.
We're
Fuck it.
confused. I'll pick.
Because you lost your job.
Exactly. I'm going to
Got
go
fired.
for. Oh, you know what I'm going to go for? I'm going to go for slipperiness.
Ugh.
So slipperiness for me
Oh.
is a 98.
Oh, you got me trumped.
Oh,
what do we do in a draw?
94.
A draw. Then both
Pick another
cards.
category.
No, both cards. Fuck it. We're both winners. So I know that you're saying one card, but this occasion here.
Change the rules, then we're changing the rules again. I'm fucking sick of this pish.
Okay.
No, right, let's talk nonsense.
Okay. Different category. Okay, let's go for. I'm gonna go for
Between you and me, fuck him.
Okay.
Yeah, I lost out on that
You
one.
lost on that
Okay,
one.
let's go
So you won't
for
hear about Ulster.
notoriety. In fact, no, sorry, cockiness. Cockiness, 90. I draw again.
Fuck off,
Fuck,
you cunt.
I'm 90 as well too. Right, physical threat,
Oh, I've lost 70.
74.
Bastard.
Oh.
Ooh.
So I have the best name in the world, Viscount Tony Pandy.
Is he,
The
was he
Viscount-
not in Fireman Sam?
I think so. That's Pontypandy.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. Viscount Tony Pandy, number 34 in the pack of horrible nonsense. 1909 to 1987. He was the Welsh Labour peer born George Thomas, posthumously investigated for raping a 9-year-old boy at the night
Ooh, stop laughing, boys.
in the
Fucking hell.
1960s. The long-standing Speaker of the House of Commons, friend of number 35, was twice reported to Cardiff Police, but no action was taken. Physical threat, 74. Cockiness, 90. Offences, not applicable. Slipperiness,
Mine was at Eddie as well.
NA.
I've never had that until today.
No. Slipperiness, 98. Remorse, 0. Non-soriety, 86. I mean, okay. I mean, he's only raped one kid. You know
No,
what I mean?
wait, no.
As he
There's
expands
no
others.
only.
To be fair,
There's no
There's only
only.
one he was caught with.
he's
Let's see
only
this
fucked
cunt.
one kid. Look at the face of that bastard.
Oh, you know, you looks like remember the demon headmaster.
Yeah. Oh. I'll take a picture of that for the fucking. So, folks, if you go to
Please
Twitter,
don't put that on Facebook.
No, Twitter. If you go to Twitter and look for at Miscreants Pod, you'll see our latest
Hashtag demon head.
hashtag Demon Head.
Don't put that on there because that would finish us. That would.
What? Demon Headmaster.
No, but like 'cause the bee would get involved in it.
The Beeb. Why?
The bee.
Why would they get involved?
Because they own the rights.
Because
to
you
the
weren't
Demon
here
Headmaster.
Uh.
back in the day.
Oh, the demon head. Oh, the reference to the demon headmaster.
Oh Jesus, Tiny. What's wrong with you tonight? You're not yourself. What's going on?
He spawned though.
Talk to you, man.
He has sent me. Tiny is so spot on, right? That he has found a thing that we've said on the show. That I'm gonna have to, and he's sent me the timestamp for it, so I can go back and remove it.
I'm the one keeping us fucking.
Was that
He's the
the, was
one
that the
keeping
big
us-
F? Was that the big F bomb that I dropped?
The big yes.
Good man. You're fucking
He's
on it.
he's on the ball. He knows.
Yeah.
Like so.
So wait,
I'd
no.
fuck you're sober.
Before we move on, speaking about fucking small people.
Yes.
So I have a story about my brother.
Everyone you fuck
Oh.
is small. What are you talking about?
So is your brother small? Because
No,
like,
no.
So
You got a
I've,
brother?
right, I've met your parents, right?
Yeah.
Your parents are amazing, right? I love them to bits.
Well.
I want them to adopt me, right? They will cast you aside.
They are very happy to cast me aside.
Your
and take-
father
yeah.
is. He's not quite as tall as you.
Not quite.
I met
right?
them
But
briefly
he's tall.
at the sports, and they were lovely.
Lovely. Your mother, tall again, right?
And
Tall people. Stacked. Holy moly.
sorry, nipples like
if she
chocolate
ever
digestives.
makes it through these shows without
I-
dying.
Oh wait, they don't listen to this, do they?
Oh, for sure.
Oh, for
Do
fuck's
they
sake!
really? Oh no.
Oh,
I hope not.
Oh, the
Sweet
panic
Jesus.
there.
What about your brother? Is he
So
a
my brother
is he in top
does.
nonce?
My brother does listen to our show.
Okay. He does.
Yeah, on occasion, but
Why?
he never finishes anything. So,
Oh. What are they?
anyways, but so he's 8 years younger than my brother. He's not quite as tall, but he's fantastically handsome.
Oh.
Very talented musician, and he is also very much.
They obviously worked harder at the second
Word
one.
harder. Yeah, true.
yeah,
True.
they
We've made a cunt of this one. Let's really knuckle down. Really knuckle
Oh
down.
my God! Look at this guy! We gotta have another one.
Let's keep it on the loft.
Let's really make an effort
Chained in the
to
basement.
make this kid handsome and happy and talented.
Well,
Let's give him all the support.
except for the happy bit, you're right. Yes, but
We'll pay
he's,
for music lessons.
he's even more strongly on the tism than I am.
Is he?
Yeah, he
That's
he
hard
just-
to believe
he
because you're up
just-
there, pal. I love you dearly, but you are fucking ten. Bing.
But
You're like-
he's one of the cleverest.
Battery power by 500 hours.
He's one of the cleverest human beings I've ever known. Right, my brother.
You
He's a
want to
great
see
guy.
my wiener? Sorry. Okay. Right.
I
Calm
wanted
down,
to-
Dustin.
Well, I suppose I'm from Mice and Men. I'm like, I just wanted to stroke her hair.
I love him and squeeze him and call him George. So sorry, your brother, shorter, retarded, and handsome. Right? Okay. Loves a banjo.
Exactly how I
Ding,
like
ding,
him.
ding, 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 ding. I love that. I like him.
Handsome retards. That's my niche. You check my Pornhub searches. It's insane. Shit. Handsome retard.
If you go to ex-hamster,
I
wait, look at
don't
this.
know if I can make it through the story.
Okay,
Handsome retard with white socks. That's my header ring.
wait, traders.
White taters.
Sorry. Okay, carry on.
Anyways,
Right.
long story short, he went onto a dating app, Bumble, I think. or something,
Okay, right.
and he matched with somebody.
So Bumble's one I think where the women pick you. You don't pick them.
Yeah,
From what
I
I
don't
gather, yeah.
fucking know.
You'd be-
I don't know.
I
No.
really want a dating profile. I've never.
I was playing fish
like-
back in the day.
Well, I've never done it because
Oh.
fucking chicks were chucking
I
themselves.
know,
around.
right? Exactly. You're
So,
very
but I
handsome.
would like to do it just to see what the fuck is
ginger
going on. in
cocky
there.
freak.
Listen, Tidy.
Jesus Christ!
Listen.
Like,
We
that
can't
was-
all be this good.
Yeah,
We can't all have what I've
he
got.
does have sex appeal.
he has set a benchmark that's very hard to achieve.
Insane. Because look at me.
I mean, my jealousy is profound. I'm not gonna lie to you.
You guys are big and handsome and
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
have massive penises.
No,
and I am
no, we
small,
don't.
fat, ginger. And I have serious fucking alcohol problem.
Well, that's true.
Yeah,
Dripping in Fanjeet.
Fanjeet.
It
If
was
he were single, of course. but,
fucking-
you know, yeah.
hanging off me.
Oh, so.
For sure.
Anyway, what were we
So
talking
speaking
about?
of things hanging off your brother, what's
Half cut, man.
so your brother, right?
Half.
So your brother,
Yeah.
shorter,
Bumble.
handsome,
Yeah.
guitarist.
So he's slightly shorter. He's
Okay.
very handsome.
Oh, guitar
very
guy.
intelligent.
Yes.
He does guitar, drums, all sorts of stuff. Mixes his own music. Hey, very, very clever. Very capable. Bumble matches with somebody. Goes for a date.
Sorry, carry on.
Right.
A chick.
Turns
Uh-huh.
out, yes, a chick.
Oh,
It's a-
I
it's a
was
dude.
just asking. I'm like,
No, it turns out she's less than 4 foot tall.
Oh,
is that a problem?
Well, I mean, that was
Less than 4.
that would
Yeah.
be ideal.
Less than 4.
yeah. And,
Less than so.
Like less
so
than 5 is.
doesn't that mean that you're an actual qualified?
Well, no.
midget?
Well, 4'11" is 4
Is
foot
it?
11. Yeah.
Oh,
So one of THL's friends is
Yeah.
like 4'11" and a half or something.
Oh,
So she's like technically
borderline
legally a human, like by half an inch.
wow.
Yeah, lovely.
less than
lovely
4 foot
lassie, by the
tall.
way.
Less than 4 foot tall. They went on 2
And
dates.
how tall is your brother?
He's 6'4".
6'4".
So he's just been.
Oh.
So he's found himself a flashlight.
So he's a paedophile, basically. Is what he
He's
is.
found himself a flashlight. He cleans
He
himself.
has. You know what? Cleans himself. Ah! Fucking hell!
Hell, Jesus.
Jesus! So
What?
he's found a flashlight that cleans itself.
It says empty in it.
You could place her on your erection.
Fucking hell, Boris.
You could place her on your erection, right, and spin her like a fucking like a airplane rotor,
Exactly.
right? Like a
He doesn't need-
pretend you're in World War II.
No lube. No lube, no
Okay,
soap.
okay.
It saves him a fortune. He's got a flashlight that is self-lubing and washes itself. And
Jesus
what's the
Christ.
problem?
I can't talk.
So did he go on a date with her then?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I've lost all
Oh no!
Get her name. I want to check it out on Facebook.
mental.
Yeah, let's go join Bumble. Right, so
Bumble.
or Grinder, one of the
Where's
two.
your brother live?
Germany.
Oh, still.
Yeah.
Oh, he's not
Oh.
giving it up. Eh?
Did the person that he met, were they wearing striped pajamas by chance? Were they? All right.
They,
Under 4 feet.
they had green hair and an orange face.
Oh yes. Oompa, loompa.
Under
So-
4 feet though.
Under 4 foot.
Like, hang on a minute.
Like, are you measuring feet with your hands? Drunkenly, a foot with your hands. Okay.
Yeah,
So
it's about
basically,
as
the
tall
height
as
of this
this.
table, the length of this table. Sorry. Jesus,
That is fucking insane.
gentlemen, I have an email.
Sorry.
Mail, motherfucker.
This is the one you sent me. The toilets. That was funny as fuck.
The subject line said, "Ever been caught having a tactical outdoor shite?" Right.
Yes.
The email reads, "All right, you foul degenerates. Quick question for the group. Have any of you ever been caught shitting in public?" Both 3 hands raised here, pal. 3 hands. I don't mean by accident. I mean properly. Trousers down, no bush cover, eye contact with civilian. Because it happened to me last weekend and I'm still processing the sheer psychological violence of it. Here's the situation. I was at a local beer festival. I say local. It was technically just a couple of dudes selling homebrew in a field by a cricket club. There were portaloos, but they were absolutely cursed. One had what can only be described as a live wasp nest in the bowl. Another had no door. The third was just a hole in the floor with a muddy surround.
Nice.
So I wandered to the edge of the field. past the stinging nettles, found a quiet spot behind a collapsed gazebo, and dropped anchor. Standard, peaceful, birds chirping. I'm midway through a tactical release when a vicar walks by. Full robes, dog collar, accompanied by a golden retriever.
I think you said an 11-year-old boy. Please stop.
We made eye contact, all three of us. I froze. He froze. My arse was out. I was holding onto a paper plate for balance. The vicar just nodded solemnly and said, "We've all been there," then walked on. Anyway, I haven't stopped thinking about it since. Was that forgiveness? Was I spiritually absolved? Or am I now cursed but to be haunted by the Church of England for eternity? Let me know if any of you had worse. I doubt it, but I need solidarity and possibly an exorcism. Yours disgracefully, Glenn Matheson. P.S. I left the paper plate behind. Not proud of that, but it was compostable. Compostable? There you go.
Compostable.
Yes.
Yeah, brilliant.
I've discussed 2 of my public shittings
Have you?
Yeah.
on
Scott, you have
your old
Yeah.
on the old show that I'm not allowed back on.
Did I ever discuss the one where I took a shit in a lay-by and got terrified by a fucking lorry driver? Don't know.
Oh, I don't
I
think
was
so.
I was
Was it me?
driving. I was well, hopefully not, but I was driving
That'd be
north
funny.
to Thurso, and you know when you're driving, you think, you know what, this is fine. I can feel it like knocking on
Yeah.
the door, but I'm okay. I'll manage to Inverness, and I'll stop with the services there. I'll get Tesco, go for a job in Inverness. That's fine.
Yeah.
Here we go. But you know when you're like, I'm safe, but then like a minute later, like I am not safe. This is a clear to breach. I'm gonna die here, or I'm gonna shit my pants. Right. So
It's
Yeah.
going to explode. Yeah.
I came upon the first lay-by, swung in there, right up to the fucking the bin that they have in each lay-by, got the car door open, and squatted the arse out over the kind of dip into the. There was like a ditch behind me,
Uh-huh.
so squatted the arse for that to drop this jobby into the fucking ditch. Hopefully, no one see me because the car door was going to block it
Yeah.
away. But forgetting, of course, that okay, the cars can't see you because
Lorries will see you.
Lorries will see you, right? Lorries see everything. These fuckers in lorries, they see the whole fucking shit.
We're degenerates.
And of course, lorries, being lorries, have very, very loud horns. So I am like, I am fully dilated, right? I am dropping a log, not like my forearm, and I'm halfway through the job. I'm sweating. Lorry comes up and he knows exactly what I'm doing. He lays on the fucking full, like Smokey the Bandit.
Good man.
Fucking, I am startled and fall backwards and roll into the ditch, right? So I'm
Nice.
now, it's only a short ditch, but I'm in the fucking ditch with my tweeds and my ankles, jobby half out. It's now gone and smeared itself down my fucking trousers,
Yep.
along my shirt, right? I hope it was. It was maybe mud, it might be jobby, who knows? I had to go back to the car. Luckily, I had
exceptional.
luckily I had a spare pair of joggers and a bag in my back seat and like a high-vis jacket to cover my top came off. It was a t-shirt. It came off. High-vis jacket on instead, naked. Fucking I have to cover my shame to get to fucking Inverness to get cleaned up properly. Like,
Why?
holy shit. What do you mean, why?
Why would you
Because
bother?
there was fucking
That's
jobby
a
everywhere. I
scat.
rolled in a ditch having a
That's
shit.
just
I've
Inverness for
got
you.
3 stories to tell you.
3 stories.
But I know we're going on. I've got 2 jobbies. One.
This is going to be the longest Miscreant show that we've done, but fucking keep going.
We'll go one.
We've got time.
I've got a story from the inside the house that I need to tell you because I'll forget about it.
Right, okay, do it.
2 public jobby stories.
Right.
One is mine. One is my father. So
Your father?
yeah, he'll fucking give a fuck. So my story of public jobbying. I've told you a few, but that I didn't actually shit in public. But this is the build up to the shit. I once had to be forklifted to a toilet.
No, you did not.
did so.
You did not.
Yeah.
Fork lifted a
To the toilet.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
How the
So,
fuck does that happen?
a company I used to work for, fucking, we were just Rajas. We fucking, every minute was a fucking prisoner. Like, you just had to go.
Okay.
100 mile an hour everywhere we went. So, fucking, I need to go to the sawmill up north. I can't say which one. I don't want to say.
Right.
And so I'm fucking going like a cunt. Like, you can't stop for a pee because you haven't got time to stop, Tiny. Gotta get going. So fucking gets to the sawmill, fucking pulls in into the trailer park, but drops it, and I was like, by this time I'm like, I am so close to shitting myself. I was like, I don't know if I can get out of the truck. So I got out of the truck, and I was like, halfway, almost exactly halfway between the truck and where the toilet was. And I was like, fuck, I have to stop. I was like, 'cause if I move another foot, I'm going to shit.
No.
So, and I'm like, I'm standing there like evaluating the situation. It's like, do I try and get to the toilet and shit myself, or maybe make it, or do I try and get back to the truck, potentially shit myself, but at least I'm in the truck and I can get clean clothes, or maybe shut the curtains and try and shit in the truck. Or I was like, what am I going to do? The panic was, I couldn't think straight. All the time, the forklifts are like bringing back and forth. So one of the guys, because we were in there all the time, one of the guys, I don't want to say his name, I'll call him Stuart. He fucking drove by a couple of times. He stopped. He's like, "Are you all right?" And I was like, "No, I'm really not." And he's like, "What's wrong?" I was like, "If I move, I'm gonna shit." And he's like, "Fuck." Like, and I was like, "No, seriously." I was like, "I'm scared to move."
Jesus.
And he's like, "Stand on the toes of the forklift. Can you get your feet on there?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "I'll get you."
Holy moly.
Tyler, and like he fucking took me right to the porta cabin door.
No.
And I was like just shuffled my feet in, and I literally dropped my kicks, and it fucking
Fell out.
the
Jesus.
fucking world fell out of my hole.
Forklift at a porta cabin.
Fucking
Holy
forklift.
fuck.
I was just, I was stood
That's
there
amazing.
for like 2 or 3 minutes, and I was like, I was like, I couldn't think rationally. I was like, do I go that way? Do I go that way? I'm gonna shit myself. Do I just shit myself?
Yeah.
In the like, I don't know where to shit myself. Where am I going to shit
amazing.
myself? I was like, just a panic.
Yeah.
Oh.
The fucking panic. It was funny as fuck.
I didn't get
Outstanding.
forklifted, but the combining both stories, I was once got in the car and I was driving. This is somewhere in Durham, Tees Valley area, and I was like, "Oh, I'll be fine." And I got in the car, and about 10 minutes later, I'm not fine. But the thing that I'm not particularly proud of, but is quite spectacular, is I managed to do 167 miles an hour in my car across a car park
Nice.
in front of a mall, and then I did a J-turn, spilled out of the car.
Were you in America?
No, it was
Exactly.
the
You were in a shopping centre, Tiny.
Jesus fucking Christ!
Fucking cunt.
Shut the fuck
What's
up!
wrong with you, man? Fucking Germans.
But,
Fucking mall.
But I didn't get caught outside or forklifted.
Oh, good.
Jesus.
My dad's been airlifted a couple times, not for shitting himself, but other stuff. But,
Well, my dad shot himself. Quite spectacular. It was fucking hilarious. So I was a student. I was in a pub one night, and my mum was a fucking nightmare. She was always on the phone, because she knew I was drinking. She was always panicking about it.
Okay.
She was monitoring the money going out the back. She's like, yes. So the phone was ringing. I was like,
Monitoring your money.
yeah.
Okay.
'Cause I was 16. I was fucking underage.
Oh, right.
So it's she's like, this cunt. I assumed when the phone was ringing, she's looking and going, this cunt's in the fucking pub again. But no. The phone kept ringing. I said, fuck, it must be something wrong. So I'll answer the phone. I was like, hello. And I couldn't hear a word that she was saying for hysterics. I was like, is she crying? Or is she laughing? I was like, is someone dead?
Okay.
So, transpired, my parents owned a really big taxi company, and my mum used to run the office. My dad ran the office as well, but occasionally we go out and drive. And he'd picked up, they were short drivers. He'd been taking some clients to a local hotel, in Aberdeen, and was driving home. And he's like, on the way in, he's like, I need the toilet. He's like, it's cool, I'll ditch them. I'm finished anyway. I'll get when I go home. Between the hotel and home, which was another half hour, was
right.
oh my God, I'm going to shit myself. So he was like, what am I going to do? And he's like, because it was the countryside, no toilet. You can't just stop. There's nowhere to go. So he's like, fuck. He's now 100 mile an hour. I need to get home.
Oh, no.
Shot himself in the car.
oh no!
Shot himself, diarrhea,
We've all
and it
been
was
there.
Coming down. When he tried to get in the car, it was coming down his legs. It was in the footwell. Everything. It was shit everywhere.
Grim.
My mother phoned me.
That's the
and
car
the
sold.
hysterics was she was in the back garden, had him pinned against the shed wall, and was
No.
hosing him down.
Jesus Christ.
She had him standing there like he was in the fucking Ghostbusters, and she's oozing him. She's hosing that cunt down.
Holy fuck!
She's hosing the shat off his back.
That's wonderful. Holy shit.
It was funny as and I was like, what the fuck? And, like, it took so, well, probably only a couple of minutes, but it felt like it took an hour to get sense out of her. And
That
it was
is
like,
outstanding.
this man is
Fucking
stupid.
hell.
I'm like,
That's
what
incredible.
The fuck? He shot himself
What a story.
Holy
in the
shit.
car.
Well, on that dramatic note,
Oh,
folks, we're going to
no.
Oh, no. Okay, sorry.
Story 3.
Story
I'll
3.
not remember for next time.
Do it. Do it.
So-
do it. I'm prepped.
It's not that funny, actually. I'm going to tell you anyway. This week, I had a right sore bit, like,
Oh, it's a
right
curry
under
story.
here. Yeah, under here.
Okay, yeah.
So I get like
When you see under
my
here,
bad
we're talking about
skin,
gooch.
it was around like, in between the cheeks. I was
Okay.
like, it must be a boil or something.
Yeah.
So I was like, fucking sore, really fucking sore. So I came downstairs and I said to Elsie, I was like, go and
You
have a look
said to,
at
you said to the HLT.
Yeah, she doesn't mind. It's fine. I told you. And
Teacher, sorry.
I says, go and have a look at this because I'm pretty open. So I just dropped the kicks, bent over, and she's like, oh yeah. That looks really sore. It's weeping a bit. Like, it's obviously like rubbed. Wee boy, it's a wee bit sore. And then I felt the beep. Like, you know, you do that baby's nose, like a beep on a pile.
Oh, no.
And I went, what the
No.
fuck was that? She went, oh, it's all right, you've got a massive pile.
No.
She booped a pile like it was a fucking boxing bag.
Jesus. That's amazing.
And she even made the noise.
Oh, she's a
She
broken human.
made that noise.
She,
See, I've not got the balls to say to my wife, go look at my arsehole and
I've
check out.
got no fear.
Oh, fucking.
So
You're just
her
going to kill
phone,
the mood.
her phone's connected to the parents' iPad. And the amount of times I'm like, because I've got all these fucking sore bits.
Oh,
and
no.
she'll be like, I'll take a photo and let you see if you think it's a problem. And then I'm like, immediately delete that because
Yeah.
we've been caught before, but she's taking photos. And then like 3 or 4 days later, she's sitting with a bairn, flicking through her photos.
Yeah.
And here's like my balls hanging. She's like,
Oh,
birthday that one before when the carers see it.
Fucking hell.
Or my daughter sends it to me. Well, that's another fucking thing.
Yeah.
oh
But, yeah,
fucking hell.
She booked my pile.
Right, folks, we are going to wrap things up. Fucking on that note, it's been wonderful. Folks, if you want to get in touch with the show, obviously contact extraordinarymiscreants@gmail.com. Gentlemen, it's been a wonderful. You can find us on at
I'm done.
Miscreants.
I quit.
You can find us at
What did you
Miscreants Pod on the Twitter, well, X, and of course Instagram. You can find us by searching Facebook for Legion of Extraordinary Miscreants. We're on there too. Like our page and share if you can. Tell your friends about us. Send links to our show. That'd be amazing. Get more
Ooh.
views.
And we're working on merch.
We're working on merch.
Or wait, what?
Well, we're working on
Is
of
this
course
Stickers,
that email
pins,
that you
and
showed me.
t-shirts.
there's several things, right? So of course we
How the
have.
fuck do I not know this?
Hold on.
Because you're always fucking drunk.
Hold on, right? We're working on Through Their Eyes, right? Through Their Eyes is our first venture.
We're not working with you.
And then we're working on
Baking and scraping.
Bake 'em and Scrape 'em, right? Bake 'em and Scrape 'em. That's the name of the show. Bake 'em and Scrape 'em. And a bit of merch if we can too. We're looking at maybe some Miscreants t-shirts, perhaps.
Fuck.
Maybe it might be an
Stickers.
idea, yeah.
Jesus.
Stickers, of course.
Decals,
stickers,
yeah.
decals,
Did you
yeah.
send Tiny the one about the toilet walls
I
and the stickers?
I
That
didn't
was
know.
funny
I
as
didn't.
And pins.
And what? Sorry,
Pins.
pins.
Yes, like badges.
Who
Pins.
wears pins these days, though?
Lots
Old
of people.
Do they?
Big Jeff bought me a pin.
Did
Yeah.
he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he bought me a pin. If
I haven't worn a pin in about 20
like-
Why,
years.
my wee man comes with a new pin every 2 days.
Does
from
he?
school. Yeah, 100%. They're giving them out, like, yeah.
Yeah, Big Jeff bought me a pin, and I
Motherfucker.
really.
Although I wouldn't suggest that our 3 fucking faces turns up on a pin in a primary school.
What about our dicks?
I mean, we're
What
wearing
about our dicks?
wrestling masks.
What about
You
our
know,
dicks?
so who's gonna know?
Yeah, true.
Willies. Willies out,
Willies.
boys. Willies out.
Willie's
Willies
out,
with
boys.
On a
wrestling
pen, that'd be
masks.
funny. as
Willie's
fuck.
wearing masks.
Yeah.
I'm up for that good shit. Gentlemen, it's been emotional. It's been emotional. It's been emotional. And we will
Emancipational.
catch you in the next show in 2 weeks' time. Thank you very much for listening to our show. We love you dearly. Good night, God bless.
and scrape 'em.
extraordinarymiscreants@gmail.com. Catch you later. Toodaloo, motherfuckers.
Oh, look at this piece of skin I just pulled off.
Oh, for fuck's
Through the night, nose on the wall. land.